mine already started.
No, it's okay.
What? I thought you started.
No, I was trying to do my VTuber thing because I hadn't gotten it started yet. It's okay. It's okay. Hello,
Oh
everybody.
crap!
I'm with Rory today, and we're gonna talk about love spells, not readings.
Just a little chaos today.
Very chaotic. I did not have my VTuber thing plugged in, so
Oh, how dare!
stream starts screaming. I'm sorry. I know the timing of that. I AKI 0.
Hold on, I gotta grab my cookie. I gotta grab my star cookie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is so good though. This is so good. It's on brand.
It's very on brand. Well, oh god, it didn't sign me in.
Oh
Hello.
my god, I love that Karlach.
Thank
Please give
you.
me. Make it a sticker. I will buy 10.
It is a sticker, actually.
I will buy 10.
No, it's a Patreon sticker, but maybe I can get you one. Wink, wink.
Give me. Like, you don't understand. My love runs deep for Karlach.
A lot of people really love Carla. That's how I ended up doing her for the print and the sticker. Oh my god.
I mean, it's not a surprise. Look at her. Look at her.
Before someone suggested this, I literally did not even know who she was.
Blasphemy.
I know, because I didn't play the game yet. And all I fucking saw was the vampire. That's all I
Oh, Astarion?
Yeah, that's all I see.
I'm gonna just casually tuck my hair behind my ear. Astarion.
Oh god.
Okay, I was gonna say we'll try to keep the. Oh, hi Sylvie, how are you? We're doing good. We're just chaotic right now.
Yes, very
The
chaotic.
hell of a car. Yeah, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Have you need to see her with like her barbarian piercings.
Ooh, just
so
barbarian piercings?
Yeah, there's different ones. Like there's a bear one, there's wolf, eagle. Like you can choose different piercings for her.
Mhm. I did not know that.
Go, I think, yeah, like I'm like on my second run right now. Like I have her with the bear ones, and they're so cool looking. But anyway, I know this is supposed to be a love spell stream, not a Baldur's Gate stream.
Get to Baldur's Gate again.
I mean, it is relevant in a way because we're talking about our love for Karlach. I mean, she's hot as hell. Like, who wouldn't want to cast a love spell on her?
Oh my god.
She didn't have to try, and she already had me. Didn't even have to try. Like, I saw her, and I was just like, "Take me, I'm yours."
Oh my god. That's true. Astarion had to work for it.
Yeah, he did.
I did not.
I'm looking at our little VTubers like on like your stream and then looking on my stream, and it's just like mine is so tiny, just sitting there like a little moth on your shoulder.
I'm sorry. I can make you bigger.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect because it's like a little moth that's just chilling out.
It's true. It's like you're so tiny, like a little moth. Yes. It was like I can increase the size, make them smaller, tiny.
Just make them so tiny and just sit them on your head. Like that'd be perfect.
Oh my god, that'd be adorable.
You need to add an action to your VTuber model of like swatting.
Swat.
Like just swatting them away. Like get like a fly swatter. Just you can get channel points for smashing my little avatar.
Oh my! Wait, you could do that on your stream actually. Like a little animation that swats her in the head.
No. She's precious baby. Leave her alone. Like with the full force of leave Brittany alone. Oh my god, my screen is so chaotic right now.
Yours is fine. Mine doesn't make sense. Yours makes sense.
I mean, like my entire layout, like what I'm looking at on my computer screen right now, because it's like I have so many tabs open in Google. I have the stream list. I got the love herbs. I got your stream. I have your chat open. I have OBS open. I have Discord open. I have so many things open.
Wait, how many monitors do you have? Just one?
Well, I would actually have 3 if I had them set up. Like I have my laptop I can extend my display to, and then
Hmm.
I can because I have all Apple products, so it's like I have laptop, iPad,
Yeah.
and PC. So it's like they all can actually connect together.
Ah, okay, okay. Uh,
Redeemed whack for 500 points. You know what? You've convinced me. Like, you'll have to show me, like, how you can throw, like, those, your little hearts and stuff at your avatar. Like,
oh yeah,
you'll have to, you'll
mhm.
have to, have, like, help me set up a fly swatter.
How would I do a fly swatter? Oh, that wouldn't be too hard. You just make a GIF and then you put it in OBS and have the
Mhm.
browser source like turn on when the thing is redeemed. Yeah, okay. That was more for me.
You're gonna have to walk me through that because I
Yeah,
have no idea.
yeah, that was for me. That was for my brain.
Yeah. Alrighty. What do you want to go ahead and like start, or like we ready to go, or we're gonna do more chaos?
Just give me 1 second. Okay. I was just gonna open Cricket first, but all right, we can talk about it. I should have something. Wait, I should have something love spelly on here. Hold on. I feel out of place. Uh,
It's like
Here.
the rose is on fire right now.
Here. I'll leave this up as we talk about it. Let's leave that up.
Yeah. Yeah, the rose is currently on fire.
That's a wonderful starting place.
It
Okay.
is.
So we start with what is a love spell? Yeah?
Yes.
Oh
Lucifer,
boy.
don't.
I want you to take the lead as your cat
Okay.
harasses you.
Yeah, he is. He's all like, he's just yelling at me right now. So we were going to talk today about love spells because it is that time of the season, and we thought we would do like another like witchy type stream,
Mhm.
and we were going to begin with what exactly is a love spell. And a love spell is a magical working with the intention to attract a lover, a spouse, boost your attraction, beauty, and or confidence.
Mhm.
And then we were going to go into our personal perspectives on how do we see love spells.
Okay. Who goes first?
Do you want to rock? Do you want to rock paper scissors this?
Uh I've never done that online before, but okay.
I mean, I can give mine and you can give yours. That's fine.
Tis the season for squeezing is what just said. Ooh, hi, Blinu girl? Did you say that was Bryn?
I think it's Blinn.
Blinn,
I thought
okay,
it was
Blinn.
Blinn Gal. I think they changed their name because I used to call them Gal.
Oh,
He is
okay.
trying to change an outcome, a specific one, at least in my experience.
Mm.
Again, we're coming right now from our personal perspectives of what we see, like what are
Mhm.
love spells like to us. Um, my personal view is kind of exactly what we said with like trying to attract and are kind to manipulate energy in order to get an outcome, which is with any working.
Mhm.
But the love spell specifically is to either target a specific outcome in romance or attraction,
Mhm.
um, or to especially like a self-love spell, because those do count, as boosting your confidence. Can you not headbutt my microphone, please? um my cat is all like me.
Mhm.
um Self-love spells to like boost your confidence, add a little bit of magnetism and attraction, or highlight your like traits to stand out more, to attract a person into your life. But love spells outside of self-love I do see as like that the intention is to get a partner, attract a partner, or call in your person or your ideal person based on like if you were to like write a petition or a list of like the qualities you want in someone,
Mhm.
the spell or working would be then to attract that person with those qualities.
Mhm. Hi Frog. Zero said targets my spouse with a love spell, and I'll be like, oh, we'll be covering that.
Say, yeah, wait until we get to that. You're gonna love this. We had a pre-session last night that was like over 4 hours long, and most of that was just us squealing and cackling and laughter because we were looking at some books and some like from different authors, from different like pantheons, and we were like seeing like what is their idea of a love spell, but also like what did their spells look like. And I have one book that I was just reading from that had us absolutely dying, and I can't wait to get into that because it was so good.
All right, hold on. I have to give my perspective now. Um,
Yes.
so I gotta start with man. Before we started this, I gotta say I hated love spells. I
Mhm.
really did not like love spells. Um, I this has been a learning experience for me. I've because I kind of came from it as Blinn said, it's like trying to change an outcome, or you're trying to make someone fall in love with you, like a specific person, or you're going to but that's basically it, change how someone's feel, go against their free will. However, there are definitely ways to do a love spell that don't involve that, and that are just like more like glamours, like trying to get someone, like trying to attract people to you rather than a specific person, targeting a specific person.
Mhm.
And to also was it increase just like increase love in a relationship in a way that is what was the word? What's the word, Rory? When two people
Yeah, like,
agree on it. Consensual. There
consensual?
we go. There you
Like
go.
consent. That's kind of an important word,
I
Knox.
know. I know. My brain was like, I don't remember this. What? How to say this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's
The
basically
neurons
it.
are firing, but they missed.
I also love like the concept of self-love spells. Those are also wonderful. But now I can palette the love spells a lot better now.
Yeah, it definitely changed my perspective, like the deeper and more we were discussing this in the different perspectives. I actually went to a group I'm a part of and I asked for their perspectives as well.
Hmm.
And through doing that, I actually saw because I was kind of on the same page with you, which like I really didn't like love spells. Just the idea felt like I, and also because like I've just never really been interested, like self-love, yes, I do those all the time. I work with self-love stuff all the time,
Hmm.
but doing specifically a love spell never had any interest because I saw it originally as trying to impede on somebody's free will, trying
Hmm.
to make them, fall in love with you or to charm them like by force.
Hmm.
But the more we started researching, discussing, I got other people's perspectives on it
Hmm.
and how their points of views were. It definitely changed my perspective that there is more than one type of love, but also of just how deeply important love spells were in a historical context, especially in like specific cultures.
Hmm.
Um, and it was a perspective I've never really considered before. So having that like help me like kind of navigate through this so I can get a better understanding was actually probably the best thing that came out of this.
Hmm.
Um, because yeah, like I said, I did not like love spells at all, and now it's like, wow, I actually think that they're really great, especially like a modern day use of them, but like in the historical, like it's like to me in the historical context, it was sad. And then in modern day, trying to think of like how like what can we even use these for in modern day, which is something we'll go into.
Hmm.
Um, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with them. And now I don't have this kind of like ick feeling when I
Yeah.
think of someone doing a love spell because it's just like, oh, there's actual reasons to do them, and then there's reasons where you shouldn't do them, but that'll go into like the modern situations.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, they're definitely, as I was researching at first, I was like, I still don't know why this would be a good thing to do, but as we discussed, I was like, okay, I can see a reason why it would not be absolutely horrible. So we learned a lot. Question,
Uh,
how to improve your focus?
like what do you mean? Like prove your intention or like improve your focus in general? Because in a mundane way, rosemary essential oil. You
Oh,
can
I
actually
love
put that in a
rosemary.
diffuser or a burn. I prefer diffusers, but if like rosemary is safe, but like if you have pets around,
Hmm.
using a diffuser with certain essential oils can actually make your pets very sick. So
Hmm.
like I try to stay away from those
Hmm.
unless I know for sure like they're not gonna bother, my animals.
Hmm.
But if you're okay with essential oils, rosemary essential oil will actually help improve focus and memory. So like if you're trying to study something or you're writing something down or doing something to help you with focus and memory,
Hmm.
rosemary essential oil will do it.
I love rosemary. I haven't used it in a
I
while,
love
but I
it
love
too.
it.
It's one of my favorite herbs to work with, honestly. To
Yeah.
make your spell come to fruition because sometimes it doesn't work. That's all going to come down to your intention, honey. You
Hmm.
need to it just like with any working, your intention needs to be clear. I've talked about this before in streams. I'm gonna try to stay on topic, but
Hmm.
I'll divert just a little bit.
Hmm.
I've talked about this before on stream about how intention is everything. So when you go into and you're doing a working,
Hmm.
you like say for example, because money is always the one. Like I don't know why, but money is always the one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna have an ad here soon. Nope. I'm trying to use my snooze and it's all like not listening to me. Um,
Hmm.
what was I saying? Okay. Money is always the one that people like to use. If you
Hmm.
can't just go into a working and be like, give me money
Hmm.
and expect, like it's like you're going to your spirit guide and you don't even have to work with deities, but like if you work with spirit guides, ancestors, or deities or anything, you can't just go to them and be like, give me money, like help me win the lottery. It's not going to happen. And also the bigger the manifestation, the bigger thing you're asking for, the longer it's going to take or the more work you're going to have to do, because a lot of people think that spell work is literally just asking for something and it's just given to you as if like there's no work on your part to do it, and that's completely false.
Hmm.
So if you're not getting the results you're wanting when you're doing a working, it's because your intention is not clear. You need to go in with like, if your intention is to bring abundance to you, to bring money to you, you need to open a pathway in order to get that. So if you're just going in and be like, give me money, oh, okay, how do you want us to give that to you? Like your ancestors, your spirit guides, your whole spirit team is going to look at you and be like, how do you want me to give this to you? Like you're asking me for this, but what do you want? Like, how do you
Hmm.
want it? Now, if you were to go in with the intention of, I need, and you could go with a specific number, I need $200 to pay my car, and I open the pathway for this through successful sale of commissions, through um, an increase in my pay at work, or a successful sale of like my book, or whatever it is you're selling. But the whole point is like you're opening a pathway. Like I'm trying to think like outside of me, like all I can think is like what we do. So it's
Hmm.
like an artist commission me through the booking of appointments, through people getting readings from me while I'm on stream. It's like I'm opening a pathway to not only do my side of the work, but I've now opened a pathway for my spirit team to give me this abundance that I'm asking for.
Hmm.
So again, it comes down to you need to have clear intent and open the road to get it to get it. Does that make better sense?
Hmm. Oh, fuck. I think it makes sense. I was going to say, another thing I would say if it doesn't work is it could also be the way in which you're doing it. Like, as far as, like the sympathetic magic part of it, like what candles, herbs, all that shit that you're using, how you used it, how focused you were while you were doing the spell, like how much intention you actually put into it, things like that, could see affecting it as well. I don't really have that where my spells don't work that much though, so I'm not sure.
Oh, it's funny that we're talking about this too, because I
Mhm.
just uploaded my tutorial not too long ago for doing like a Swift Money Bowl.
Mhm.
Like I use like, that is like my personal spell that I made one day. Like I crafted it one day. And it's so far it has always worked every single time. So it's
Mhm.
like this is like I'm never gonna like upload anything that I haven't personally used and I have not had results from it.
Mhm.
But I think the biggest thing we forgot to preface a lot of this conversation with is,
Mhm.
are you consulting with your spirit team to ask or see if this is even aligned with you?
Yes,
Is this
which
even something that you should be asking for or should have? Because especially if you're doing a working, are you talking with your spirit team to even like, or should you even be doing this?
I would like to also preface that with not everyone knows how to talk to their spirit team, so if you don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to do that, I would suggest starting to learn a form of divination so you can talk to them directly.
Mm-hmm. And especially like you like when doing like being in a spiritual practice, it's not just jumping into something. Like it's not like, oh, I've read it in a book, now I can just do it. You need to plan your spells. You need to consult with your spirit team. You need to plan out exactly what your intention is, what it looks like. I mean, even if you want to just draw pictures and sketch them in a book of shadows, construct a spell, some words to add to it, construct sigils, like prepare for this spell. Like don't just
Mm-hmm.
do it on the fly, like if so that you have clear intention, as well as you have a clear idea of exactly the result that you want. Because if you just go in there and you have no idea what herbs you're using and for why, like you just literally just read it, but you don't understand what their properties even are, all you're doing at that point is you're burning herbs, you're putting them in a jar, like nothing's going to come of it,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't understand like how are they working together, what is their purpose,
Mm-hmm.
is this a working you should even be doing.
Mm-hmm. Um, okay, so hold on. First, I have to read Zero's comment, which is my ancestors. And
Just
how exactly do you want that money? Me, preferably in increments of 100 non-sequential bills, please. All right.
Uh,
And
Blinn says that makes a
mhm,
lot of sense. When I try to do a spell with very good intent, it works. When I'm angry and I'm in that I want feeling, it doesn't work. Exactly, because your intentions
yes.
are clear,
Mm-hmm.
and because you're coming from an emotional, very strong emotional place. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain types of magic that do call for that very raw energy. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of that you'll see in baneful workings. But there's ways that you can utilize all of that energy into something constructive. So whether it's
Mm-hmm.
because this was something I told Knox not too long ago, like for something that's especially like on low spoon days,
Mm-hmm.
to set your intention for the day is to speak into your water. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
feeling all of these emotions, grab a jar, put, especially if you have storm water,
Mm-hmm.
best thing you could do is scream the shit out of like into that water,
Mm-hmm.
and it changes its molecular structure by that in general, and then the water is going to hold that intention for you, so when you're ready to have it, boom, you already have one of your first ingredients for your working.
Okay. Okay. However, I have to preface also. If you're going to scream in anger into your water, I'm going to assume it's going to be for a very angry spell. Um,
Yeah, that's
if
what I'm.
you're, yeah. But if you have the anger and what you want from your spell is not like an anger related thing, you're gonna want to resolve that and be able to come from a place of calm or the emotion that you would like. So if you want something happy to happen, you're gonna want to be in a happy place or imagine yourself in a happy place. You know, you don't want to contaminate it with those negative emotions that are going to like
Well,
redirect
it
the
doesn't even have to be
focus.
a negative. It doesn't even have to be a negative emotion. It's just that
Hmm.
the energy that's behind it,
Hmm.
you're releasing that energy and putting it into the water and holding on to it.
Hmm.
So if you have all of these very raw feelings of like, and you can even label jars. Like you can
Hmm.
literally just have a shelf of jars of like, this one was when I was angry, this one was when I was sad, this is one when I was super happy.
Hmm.
But the whole point of it was basically harnessing the energy you have in that moment
Hmm.
and allowing it to go somewhere instead of putting it into your workings and then it have blow up in your face.
That's true. That's true. That is a way to do it. I was just also saying the for the anger thing, depending on the working you're doing, you don't want to put that into the wrong spell, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, blend for the rain thing. It doesn't have to be rainwater. Like anybody that tells you you need to, like for example, moon water is supposed to be collected from like a running stream. No, go get yourself a Dasani, put it in a bowl, and set it outside under the moon, or put it in the sun. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like it becomes what it is that your intention is. Like that's the one beautiful thing about water. Any spell tips to prepare for an interview? We're actually gonna be sticking to love spells today, but
Hmm.
like you can always feel free to reach out to me, and I will totally have that discussion with you if you want. Screams at my bottle of Deer Park water.
Oh.
Yeah, water is because also like water is something that your body needs every day. Use water. Like so many people do fire, and that's totally fine. Fire is purifying. Fire is like consecrating. Um, but like so many people forget just how much you can do with water. Note to self: get some Dasani. I'm a Fiji person, so like I'm a Fiji water person. Or what did we call that last night? My bougie water.
Yeah, your bougie one.
Yeah, it's my bougie water. I'm gonna put some gold flakes in it too.
Oh my god.
Like I can only drink Fiji water from glass, and it needs to have gold flakes in it. Like
Oh my
anything less, no,
god.
thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm not that bad, but yeah, it actually is in a glass water bottle.
Oh my god. I mean, I have a little, I don't know what these are called. It's like a thermos thing that I have
I
now.
mostly use I mostly use the glass because it's easy to wipe marker off. So like I have these metallic markers. I can put a sigil on it for the day and just wipe it off the next day.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah.
Fire cleanse, activate, burst into flame. Oh my god, that just triggered that sound bit. Holy Spirit, activate.
No!
Totally just triggered that in my head as Holy Spirit, activate.
I hate that I know that so well.
I don't even know what that's from. I really don't even know where that's from.
I just have heard it in a song before, and every time I'm like, oh god, not this one. Because it gets stuck in my head. Like, I don't want that there. I don't want that there.
Alrighty, we were gonna go next into some herbs that are popularly seen in love spells. Yes, you guys can write this down, but if you're going to use them, please do your research on the full context of what they're used for, what their properties are, what their elements are. Like, don't just be like, oh, well, they said to use this, so I'm just gonna throw this in. Like, please do your research. Please, I am not responsible for the chaos that you will do with this information.
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, some of them are kind of hard to find information on for this specific topic, but in general, yes, please just look up what they're for and what type of love they could be used for, etc., etc. Don't just throw it in there and be like, "Oh yeah, this will work."
0, did you read 0?
Of course, Earth Cleanse buries myself.
Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. It's not burying yourself, but like going outside, and taking like loose dirt and rubbing it on your hands. That could also be a form of cleansing because your hands is what you use as a tool for working. So going out and getting your hands in the soil, like that actually could be used as a way to cleanse for those who are earth element dominated, or if you do a lot of earth magic or workings.
I hate the feeling.
I'm
of dirt.
mostly. Oh, really?
Yeah. I hate powdery things.
Oh, I love it. Like when I'm doing my when I'm working with my plants and everything, especially like my sweet Matilda plant. I love my mint so much. Making friends with a plant spirit is just phenomenal. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But like I love working with the soil, but now that I wear nails on the daily, like all the time, it's like I need gloves now. But I love just feeling that dirt. It feels so good. Instructions misleading, rolling in the deep like a
No, please no.
So glad we have followers that are just as chaotic as we are. It means we're doing our jobs, we're doing the right thing. You get us. So yeah, working with your element, and of course you don't have to, but just working with your element, like I wish more people would get outside of fire. Like I love fire, especially as someone who's ADHD. It's like fire is fun, but it's like water can be so like it's so beautiful to work with water.
Yes.
Working with earth, and even going outside and working with air. Smoke is also another way to work with air. So if it's not windy outside or anything like that, just doing doing a smoke cleansing or using incense and everything, that is another way to incorporate that air. So there's so many different ways you can do this. Like you can do love spells with any of those elements. It just comes down to the practitioner. But yeah, we'll get back on topic with the herbs.
It's okay. The herbs. I'm just looking at this list and I'm like, oh god.
We could just pick around. Like we don't have to say all of these.
Okay. Because I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be long. I don't know how we're gonna get through it. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, if you're gonna ask me, you know I'm gonna jump to catnip because that shit was funny last
Okay,
night.
the catnip is funny. Okay.
It's so good though.
Okay, that's not that far down the list. I could at least mention the apple and the basil, right?
Do the apple. The apple is used a lot in love spell work.
Yeah, it's used to represent the heart, and it's a tool. God, an apple as a tool to attract love is an efficient way of uniting two individuals. I can't read today. You may have to read. I was like, I struggled over that sentence.
Struggle is real. Basically, an apple is a tool to attract love in an effective way of uniting two individuals. The apple is seen also a lot as sometimes people use it as the mind as well, but oftentimes in love spells specifically, it's seen as the heart. So in a lot of love spells, you will see apples utilized. So it's kind of like don't freak out if you see someone using fruit. But I love this one too because this is what had us rolling last night. We were looking through some of these love spells.
Mhm.
And one of my favorite things that I found was using apple juice for love magic. And I died. Like, I was on the floor. I was wheezing. I was just like, and then next thing you know, I told my spouse because I said that I was going to do this for funsies because, like, I'm already married to the guy and I have his kids. So it's like, I'm not, like, he's not going anywhere. So it's like, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a list of, like, these old folk methods for love spells and I'm going to try them out. So I called my spouse and I was just like, hey, do we have any apple juice? And he goes, no, why? And I'm just like, oh, no reason. We just need to get some in the grocery store. And then he's just like, you're going to do witchy stuff on me, aren't you?
He just knows.
Apple juice for love magic sees frozen apple juice concentrate.
Oh shit.
Like there was a spell that someone used with apple juice, and it was to make a love talisman, and they're putting all of their ingredients in this sachet. They had like a bag, a pouch, a sachet, and they used the and red wine was another option, but like I was specifically focused on the apple juice because they used the apple juice. They swirled it with their finger and they like anointed the talisman like with the apple juice, and I'm like, okay, now you have a sticky bag now.
I guess that's one way to get the essence of the apple in there and the sugar.
Yeah, and then they're just like, oh, just keep it on your purse. And I'm just like, I am not walking outside with a whole ass bag around my neck smelling like apple juice and herbs. Like, that is not happening.
Yeah, when they said wear it, that was very concerning.
But yeah, apple juice is something you can use for love spells. You can actually enchant the apple juice and give it to the person you're interested in, or you yourself can drink it, and you can add like charm it to be like something that adds attraction to you or something that highlights your best features to stand out, get a little bit of confidence, some beauty glamour going on, and you can drink that, and that's something like really, really easy to do. Just again, make sure if you're doing herbs in it, please do your research and make sure that they're not going to interfere with any medication or they're not going to have any adverse side effects, or they're going to, or you're allergic to them, especially. Like there's some herbs that are in the same family as others, that could cause allergic reactions. So like I think, for example, if you were allergic to carrots, you were also like allergic to ragweed, I believe.
Okay. So it's good to know what family.
Yeah, if you're gonna drink or ingest herbs, definitely need to do your research before you do so, just to make sure it's not like, especially if you're on any type of medication, research the side effects, and especially like what family it's in to make sure like you're not gonna have any allergies. But if you are someone who doesn't know all of that or want to do that, another way you can go about this is using the apple, especially like as a sympathetic representation, and you can use that instead, so you don't have to ingest anything. You can also put the herbs in an oil, and you can use an oil to anoint a candle and burn the candle. But like I said, there's so many different ways. You can even add apple juice to the water that you're doing a working with, and just there you go. There's your apple element. You can use the seeds in it, but like the seeds I see as something completely different than the actual apple itself. But that's a completely different thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said something and I was like, we have to come back to this. And you said you can give it to the person you're interested in. And I was like, be careful with how you do that, actually.
That's kind of something that's I wanted to tie into like some like the ethics, which is next on our list of like the ethics of it. Clearly, I don't think you're gonna give a drink to it like a stranger. Like that's just freaking weird. And I think if the stranger takes it from you, then that might be a red flag in itself.
I mean, not a stranger, but like, someone that comes over to your house and is still just a friend, and you enchant their apple juice. I don't know why the fuck they wanted apple juice, first of all, but I was just like, don't give someone an enchanted apple juice, maybe.
No, I see this using as more as like an already like, and you can even use this love spells for like friendships as well. Like it doesn't have to be romantic. Like you can craft a love spell that also is like in a way platonic, of like the love between friends.
Yes.
And I mean, you guys can share an apple juice box together. Like, hell yeah. I would share an apple juice box with my friend. Why not?
Yeah, no, valid. I just like they should know. So,
Yeah, context is key here.
yeah. It's like, hold on.
Hold on a minute.
Consent is key.
Yeah, that reminds me of the other sound bit I saw on TikTok when it says, you could do whatever you like. The guy that's just like, we cannot live. Like, I can't remember what it was. Where she says we shouldn't do that or something, and he goes, you can do whatever you like.
Oh,
like,
God.
that's me coming in clutch right now, like, listen, you guys got chaos, I'm here for it. I will fully support you.
I'm trying to be the earth sign, the voice of reason. Okay. Creates an apple juice-based love potion, hands it to a stranger. The stranger, after receiving a vaguely piss-colored liquid in a mason jar with a bunch of somebody.
So if you do this and they accept it with no questions, that might be a red flag in itself. You might want to get that jar back.
Vaguely piss-colored really got me. Shit floating in it.
Oh
my god. Oh, that's a horrifying image. Just in the mason jar.
Oh my god. Like I said, if they're just straight up if they just accept this with no questions, I would be questioning a lot.
Yeah. It'd be like, I don't know if I want you to have this mason jar. Actually, can I have it back? And they're like, no.
Tia Doma, if you don't want it, give it back. No.
Yeah.
Also me, oh no. What's the next one you wanted to do? Because if we get on the catnip, I'm going manic.
Oh god. Okay.
I was so happy about the catnip last night.
Okay, the next one I believe is Basil. I don't have it open. There it is, Basil. Basil's connection with love references its power to foster passion and love found in literature dating back to the Middle Ages. This aromatic herb has been used to signify love and devotion throughout the centuries and has been used to create potions and love spells in cultures around the world. So, keywords for this would be passion and devotion, in my opinion. That's the type of love you get from basil. It's what it says to me.
See, that one to me is so like it doesn't compute in my head because I mostly use basil for like money and abundance spell or luck spells. It's like I would not ever think of using it in a love spell, but I guess in a way like to add a little bit of luck and success into a love spell, I could see that. But it's just like specifically, like I've always known basil as luck and abundance and wealth, and like adding like a magnetism for that.
A lot of these do have luck and money attributes as well, and I'm going to assume it's because of the attraction factor. I don't know. And also a lot of them are aphrodisiacs.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that last night.
So between those two things, the attraction in general and the aphrodisiac, I think that's how they end up in this category. But there's a lot that have a lot of different uses.
Can you imagine like putting a bay leaf in your wallet with the intention of attracting money, and you get a whole ass spouse, and you're like, wait a minute.
Wait, that's bay leaf, not basil. Hold on.
I know, but I'm thinking of attraction herbs.
You're right,
so like I know
bay
leaf is one. Cinnamon is another one that is used in love spells, but like I've always used cinnamon as something to because of the fire element. It kind of amplifies my spell a little bit. But like I've always associated cinnamon with also money and attraction. Sometimes I use it in love spell or like love type things, not love spells, but like self-love type things. But cinnamon you can also put in your wallet to attract money. So it's like imagine putting that in your wallet and then you just attract like a whole ass spouse, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm still broke, but now I'm married.
It's like you weren't specific enough. What did you want to attract?
Exactly.
Oh, hi, Beachy. Thank you for reminding me to save. I started to actually kind of work because I was like, I'm not printing anything. I don't like how loud it is. But I am drawing. There's that. But and hydrating. Hydrating's a good point.
Yeah, group sip. Take a drink.
Hey, hi. Today
And
we were talking about love spells, but like not in the way you probably assume. We're
yeah.
talking about it in the most practical and hopefully ethical kind of way.
Right.
And not 3 ways to catch a man against his will. We're not doing that.
No man, like with that nutmeg thing last night, like I mean, that's irresistible right there. Like if someone did that to me, I would fall head over heels if someone did that. We're gonna get to nutmeg here soon, but that shit was so funny.
Wait, I'm sorry. Me lathers my wallet in cinnamon and adds in a few bay leaves, suddenly attracting soup-loving autumn grannies. I'm sorry. Is it the bay leaves? Is that why?
Oh my god.
That would be ethical as wild. Why is ethical wild?
Oh my god.
Have you
I
seen the
love
love
that.
spell scene? Ethical is very important here. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was just trying not to like choke on my spit right now.
Oh god. Okay,
Um,
we're here. We're at your the one you wanted to go feral about. We're
yes,
here.
but also like
Mhm.
we should write this down for later because it's like, you know what, we should totally have another segment if we keep doing these. We
Mhm.
should have another segment where like we talk about like spells that backfire, but not in like a bad way, but in like an unexpected way.
Yes, that sounds
Like
fun.
I
Yeah.
think that'd be hilarious.
Yes.
I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Alrighty. This is my favorite one. I couldn't wait to do this one last night. I was just hyper focused on this one specifically
Mhm.
because when we were going through and we were doing research and we were talking about like from our knowledge, and then we were trying to expand to get more knowledge about like different herbs used in love spells.
Mhm.
One of the things that came up time and time again was catnip. And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean catnip? And it didn't make sense to me. Like it was not computing in my head because catnip was something completely different in my mind at the time. And we were doing research about it, and I was looking in some old books. And yeah, like I have books from like when I was a teenager still, so I was going way back. And these are Scott Cunningham, so very Wicca stuff, right? Because like I had to navigate this world by myself, so it was a mix of like Wicca books that I had to like very like covertly get, and then early 2000s Tumblr education. That was fun. Um, so I went ahead and I was looking through, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta see what catnip is. I'm looking through all of my source material. I'm going through my books. I'm googling like crazy because I'm like, I need to understand this thought
Mhm.
process with catnip.
Mhm.
So upon doing this, not only did we find out that catnip is I guess it was very literal of what, like, because I'm like, who decided this? They literally like it's so literal. It's like the catnip how attracts cats. It also attracts women. It was seen as like a way to attract lovers in spellcraft. Um and so it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And so then I was looking at love spells, and then I was seeing different ways you can use catnip in love spells, and I was dying because one of them,
Mhm.
I can't wait for this. Um, One way to use catnip is to rub it on your hands, and once it's nice and warmed, you then hold the hand of your lover, and in turn, the result of that would mean they can never leave you.
First of all,
I'm
that's
like, what?
horrifying.
I'm like, what? And then another one I found was if you take catnip, rose petal, Queen Elizabeth root, aka orris root, and a person's hair, and if you were to put it in a red bag, it was supposed to attract that specific person. And me and Knox were sitting there absolutely like losing it of, listen, the fact you need the person's hair, if you're making this bag, clearly you don't have them. How are you getting close enough to get this stranger's hair?
It's so
Like, what are you
disturbing.
doing? What are you doing?
Oh
Like,
my
can you imagine just scuttling up to someone and be like, let me just get some of your hair?
I
Let me just
just
have it, like, just showing up behind them with scissors.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they're not saying anything. They're just sneaking up behind you with scissors, and you turn around like, what are you doing? And they're like,
Just be even more extra creepy and, like, follow them to the barber shop and then just go in and just start collecting.
No, because because I can see someone doing that shit.
Do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do it.
Oh my god. Especially if you have someone else distract the barber for a second and no one else is paying attention, you just casually
like make it a full planned like heist to obtain the hair from the floor of the salon. Climbing in the person's window and just sipping hair.
Oh my god. Oh.
I was losing it over some of these, but then I told Docs, I'm like, you know what, this is going on my list of things to try to see if that actually works. Because I only give catnip like to my cat every once in a while. It's just like a little treat. But I came from a herbalist standpoint because catnip is known as like a relaxant. And it's like a very mild sedative. It's to kind of help you like chill a little bit and kind of like getting that almost like chamomile and everything. And it's just to think of that, something that is supposed to be very relaxing. And I think sometimes you can even use catnip for divination or lucid dreams, but it's not like a mugwort thing. But to stick to the herbalist thing, it's like I noticed like a relaxation, but also you can use this for things like your stomach cramps, and as well as like freaking like I'm trying to I don't know if I don't want you to get muted for this, but like toilet problems. We'll just say that for certain toilet problems, like that's why I'm like, why would you use this in love spells? It doesn't make any sense to me. Because I'm thinking of its properties for healing and from like using it as medicine, and it's just like, you know, I would use this if I had like a tummy ache, if I want to kind of calm down because it's a mild sedative, and also sometimes it can even induce a person's cycle if it's like with red raspberry leaf or something. So it's like I don't understand where someone thought like catnip equals love, catnip equals attracting a person towards you, because it's like, no, that's to help with, you know, someone's cycle and diarrhea. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, from an herbalist standpoint, it does not add up.
It doesn't. Like, sure, it might help them with their IBS, but I'm like, I ain't gonna fall in love with you, bro.
Oh my god.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
You cured my tummy hurt disease. Now I'll be with you forever.
And that would actually make me fall in love with somebody. If they can come in and they can cure my tummy aches and I don't have to wake up and be like, my tummy hurts. Like, yes, I will absolutely marry you on the spot. Please take this away. I will marry you on the spot. Oh my god.
That's what happened. That's how it worked. That's definitely it.
I love how much, like, I love this though. Like, all of these different, like, folk methods and stuff of, like, because someone asked me that one time, and it's like, it kind of, like, made me spiral a little bit, because I thought, wow, this is actually a really good question. But it's like, who was the one that decided this, though? Who was the first person to use this plant and just be like, yes, like, this will give me, a husband? And it's just like, who decided that?
That's a very good question. I don't know, like this had to be going on for quite some time in some family. Like, here's the secret. You grind up this herb and you throw it in the fire and this man will love you.
Yeah,
like forget some of his hair.
Yeah, the only way it can make sense, like, in my mind, like, for me to understand this, is the way it attracted cats. Cats have always been, and well, not always, but like in most cultures, like cats have always been associated with the feminine. So it's like the way it attracted cats, I guess, is also a way to attract feminine energy, or just attract in general. And like maybe that was someone's literal process of like thinking that, but like,
yeah,
I would love to know. Like, I would love like a resource if there's any way, shape, or form. But you gotta remember, like, especially back in like old days, like a lot of these traditions were oral. Like a lot of these things were passed down by word of mouth. So a lot of this stuff was never written down. People trying to get
Just holding out the catnip.
Yeah, just hold out the catnip and just like do your finger, just go.
Oh my god. What are my cats doing? Oh, where's my webcam? It's like on the table. Hold on. I need to fix that.
Oh, I had to put Lucifer out because he was trying to headbutt my microphone too much.
Toby sniffed
That's
the
why.
webcam. Hold on, I'm gonna take my headset off to make this easier.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, this is definitely on my list of things to try out, and I will come back with an
They're not in
update.
bed right now, but they were.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna do the catnip. Like, I'm gonna do the catnip in the bag with the person's hair, and I'm going to, and again, I'm doing my person. Like, I promise you, it's consensual, but I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna also do the catnip on the hands and the apple juice. Like, thankfully, like, my spouse loves apple juice, and he actually got some for me today. So, guess what I'm doing? We're gonna do this for funsies.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. I was just basically saying how I have a list, an ongoing list right now of things I'm gonna try, and one of those things was for funsies. And Spike actually did get apple juice for me today.
Yes.
So, but I'm gonna do the catnip thing. The only thing I don't have is orris root, or like I need to get some. I know where I can get some. But I need the orris root, and then I was gonna do the catnip on the hands and see what happens. But like, I would much rather attract a cat, and I actually have a story about that. So a girl actually did do a love spell to attract her, like, her perfect person, and she ended up attracting like a cat that's literally like her best friend. Like,
oh,
I love that.
My God, that's hilarious.
Like, I love that, and I could go along with like spells that worked, but with like weird, like different results.
Yeah,
but like
you didn't expect.
Honestly, I would take the cat over the man. I would not even be mad. I would not be mad. Like, she's like doing a freaking love spell, and she's like, I want to attract my perfect person. I want to attract my soulmate, right?
It's like the cat.
Shows up. Yeah, a cat shows up on her doorstep, and she documented this entire journey on TikTok. I don't know if she's still around on TikTok, but like, that is the best result out of a love spell I have ever seen, and I will not be told different because I love that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have a little cat that I'm currently taking care of in my neighborhood. He actually started showing up after I started working with Bost a lot. But he makes Lucifer so jealous. He's this beautiful ginger colored like tabby cat.
Oh.
Super floofy, very soft. Like, someone's got to be taking care of him because like he is so soft. Like, someone brushes him so much.
Oh.
But he shows up, he gets his food, but it pisses Lucifer off so much. He does not want anything to do with me if that cat shows up.
And you wanted another cat, and I was like, I don't think he gonna like that.
He is a very jealous cat. Like, I wanted another cat so bad. Like, I'm like, here, I want to give you a friend, and he just gives me the stink eye. Like, I am the only friend I need. He is very Scorpio coded.
Yes, yeah. Gigi was the same way for a little bit with Toby, and then they slowly started getting along, and now they cuddle, and I think that was magical because they should hate each other. I got them both as adults. They're male cats. They should just not like each other, and they cuddle, and I'm like, good. I was lucky.
Maybe I need to use the catnip in a spell to make Lucifer like the other cats so I can have one.
Yes.
I'll cast a love spell for my cat to fall in love with whatever cat I end up bringing home. Just immediate acceptance.
I'm sorry, that just made me think of Honey Jar, but for cat. Just like sweetening jar.
Not the honey jar. Not the honey jar.
And ads about to start in a minute. I just have to let everyone know.
Okay.
Where are your ads at?
See. I already went through like I think one or two already.
Oh damn. Yeah,
they're like automatic.
Mine go through like every hour, and they're like 3 minutes long. But then I don't have to deal with it for an hour.
I think I set mine. Well, mine's clearly not in an hour because I'm not even at an hour yet. I don't know what mine like. I think I reset them again, but I tried to make them only like 60 seconds.
Oh, okay. That means you're gonna have a lot of them, but they're like small. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I might just just go ahead and just turn them off because it annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care for them. I don't need them.
They're not fun. I forget that you can turn them off. I didn't even consider that. You can turn them off? We don't have to live like this?
Yeah, I think it's under monetization. Yeah, I'm doing the ads right now. I'm gonna see if I can turn them off. Boom.
Damn, I thought you had to have them. Ow, ow, ow. GG. GG.
Disable.
No, I think you can disable being able to control them. I think there's still going to be ads.
Ah.
Yeah, I was like, you can turn them
That's
on?
stupid.
Yeah, because Trish is like, I want my money.
Ah.
I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't add up. Hold on, how are they gonna get their money? Yeah, it is suffering. It is
Oh my gosh,
suffering.
this is awful. I hate this.
It's
I hate it.
it is. It's pain. You can work around them just like anything else
There,
in life.
there, you get 1 30-second ad break every hour.
Oh, but you have pre-rolls then, right? But that's not as bad. That's not so bad.
Maybe I don't know how this works.
Okay. The pre-rolls look a little different. They look like I think they have lines through them when you look at it. If you hover over it,
Yes.
yeah, it's like pre-roll. So pre-roll is when they open your stream, they will immediately get an ad before they can watch your content. I just don't like pre-rolls because they annoy me when I go to other people's streams and I'm like, oh, now I don't know if I want to wait because I don't know if I like this yet.
And then I have a delay, so like my first ad doesn't start for at
Mhm.
least 30 minutes.
Oh, that's nice. I just do mine right at the beginning because I'm usually not doing anything anyway. I'm usually setting up.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah, just get it out of the fucking way. Okay, we're already down to 1 minute and 30 seconds of an ad left. I don't know what to do with this background color, and I'm waiting so we can talk about because the next topic is history, right? Unless we're gonna talk.
We did cinnamon, didn't we?
Yeah, we did mention cinnamon. I thought I'd forgot that we are still doing herbs.
We could do Damiana. I want to do the dill one. We have to do that one.
What happened with dill?
We need to do that one.
Oh,
we need to
because of
just
okay, yeah, okay, I know. We do have to do dill. I see. I remember now.
Hibiscus is another popular one.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do the nutmeg one.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I have an idea. We list them all, but we only go into some of them.
Here, I'll highlight the ones we're gonna do.
Okay. Because I was like, we can list them for people, but talking about all of them is going to be a lot, especially because we love to talk.
Is that a bad thing?
Depends on how long you want the stream to be.
That's valid. That's fair.
It's like we could be here to midnight if we're not careful with each other.
I know, it's like that is not ideal for me because it's like I gotta freaking launch tomorrow.
Yes. Oh right. You need to talk about how you're gonna launch your store tomorrow and do a self-love spell thing.
It's also my birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, happy early birthday, by the way.
Yay! It's actually technically today. Like I start my birthday week. I get a birthday week, so.
Ooh.
No, I'm spoiled like that. But yeah, my official sun return is tomorrow, but I get like a birthday week.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts today and it ends Valentine's Day because I was supposed to be a Valentine's Day baby. So it's kind of like I get to celebrate both my birthday in a way because I was supposed to be due on the 14th.
But, okay. So you get double birthday.
But also it's like, it's so perfect for me because they have all the Valentine's things out during my birthday. So all of the stuff I normally get is it's red, it's heart-shaped, and it's like, oh, everyone's celebrating. I should have been a fire sign. Like I got robbed about this because like I should have been a fire sign. Like, look at me.
Okay, hold on. GG.
I got robbed of this energy. I have to fake being a fire sign at this point.
Hold on, I'm gonna throw GG out. Hold on, come here. What is it? Why are you running out? What is it? You got fed this morning. What? No. Okay, I'm back. I just said no and closed the door. Poor GG.
Just listening to Knox corral the cats.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? I was like, GG, it is not break time. It's nothing yet. It's been an hour. Okay. Ads done. We can talk about stuff now. Hold on. Okay, so let me go down the list of them, and then we can
go ahead and list everything, and then we can
Okay. Remember, even though we don't tell you what these are for, you go look this shit up yourself, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'll tell you if you can take notes, but
yeah.
Please do your research.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into all of them. That's why I'm like, the ones I don't go into, still look them up. Find out. Okay. Almond, apple, basil, catnip, clove, cinnamon, cherry blossom, which I didn't know about, chamomile, cumin, damiana, dill, gardenia. I don't know how to say that one. Is it gardenia or gardenia?
I think it's either. I always say gardenia.
Okay. Ginger, hibiscus, honeysuckle, which is really fun, jasmine, lovage. I don't know how to say that one either. Nutmeg.
Lavage. I think it's either lovage or lavage. I
I
see it and I say lavage.
lavage. That sounds so extra. Lavage.
I know, it's like maybe it's love edge. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I don't. I'll have to look it up. Nutmeg,
Lovage.
orange, orris root, patchouli, strawberry, vanilla, lang lang, which has a Y, like ilang ilang. I don't know which way to say it. And then honey is not an herb, but it is very important in a lot of love spells. All right.
Depending on, I actually had something to talk to about that
Mm-hmm.
with the honey jars
Mm-hmm.
because I learned something this morning from
Ooh.
one of my favorite creators, Lady Speech Sankova,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I think their pronouns are. I think they use they, them, she, her, he, him too. I'm
All
just
of
gonna say
them?
they, just because I think so.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
because when I first started following them, they were I think they were kind of in between,
Mm-hmm.
like trying to I think they were trying out they them, but I think they've officially used they them now. So I'm just gonna say that just out of respect because I don't know fully yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to actually go look them up to know for sure, but I'll just say they them to respect their pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
But Lady Speech Sankofa, I was listening to them this morning and kind of getting their opinion because they are actually an initiated practitioner in voodoo root work. They're a priest. They are they have been in the scene in practice for over about 2 decades now. I highly
Wow.
respect them. I
Hold on.
highly
How old
respect
is
them.
this person? I did not think they were old enough to be 20 years in.
I
Damn.
think they're almost 2 decades in. I could be
Damn.
wrong, but I think they have a lot of experience under their belt. They are
Damn.
an activist. They actually went viral during the 2020 BLM protests. They
Oh.
went. You might have actually seen them because they're the ones that the picture that went viral was them in front of the SWAT team or whatever, and they had a bundle burning in front of them.
Oh.
That was them.
Oh, okay. I know I've seen I know I saw them outside of that too on just on TikTok, but still. Wow.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they do a whole lot. Big respect for them.
Hmm.
I was getting their take on how would they see honey jars because there's so many different types of these types of jars. So they're called honey jars,
Hmm.
sweetening jars, sugar jars. There's so many different words for it.
Hmm.
But there is one specifically closed to hoodoo, and that
Hmm.
is honey jar or
Yes.
sweetening jar. That one
Yes.
is specifically a closed practice.
Hmm.
However, different cultures have something similar under different names. But the way
Hmm.
they put it, which I absolutely loved, was honey jars or sweetening jars are closed in hoodoo,
Hmm.
but but honey use in jars is open in conjure
Oh.
magic.
Okay. I actually have not looked into conjure magic. I don't really know what that is specifically. Like the difference
In a
between it and hoodoo.
summary,
Hmm.
yeah, in a summary, it's basically making something out of nothing. Or using what you have and making something of it. It's like using what you got and making something out of
No, no.
something. Like
I mean, I know what the
you're
word
completely
means,
transcending it.
but how is it like? Is it a different practice than hoodoo?
I think it's just I think they're talking about in general, just it's almost when they explained just what conjure was really quick, it sounded almost like transmutation. But
Hmm.
again, there's different cultures that use something. So there's one in Santeria,
Hmm.
where you take it and it's put on the tongue.
Hmm.
That is their version of it, I think. And
Hmm.
then there's different ones with Santeria. There's one in Hoodoo. Um, I
Uh,
think there's an Italian one as
uh,
well, but
mhm.
it's the herbs used and the method is closed, but there's other ones and different types in other cultures that are open.
What I,
Does that make sense?
yeah, no, well, what I was gonna say with honey is I did not mean a honey jar specifically. I meant in other spells you can utilize honey because of the nature of honey, being sticky and
Got you.
attractive. Yes, I did not mean
Yeah.
honey jar. I was not about to tell these
And
people to go
sweet.
out there.
And sweet.
Yeah, and sweet,
Also, it can be
yes.
used. Yeah, and also for binding, just because it's like,
Sticky.
But that's more if you're getting into baneful shit, like use spider webs.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all. I was just like, I was not about to tell them to do honey jars. No, I was like, no. You can be creative.
I was only invoking the honey. Yeah, I was only invoking the honey jars because it went viral
Yes,
on
a lot of people know
TikTok. Like,
them.
very like early like witch talk on TikTok. Like they were everywhere.
Oh
Is
my
people
God.
doing all of these honey jars, not even knowing what it was for. Like a lot of like I literally just did a scroll this morning just to see like where we were at in the honey jar thing, and a lot of them are new age, very young, and they saw it, so they did it, and it's mostly them just like trying to be like sexy on camera. That's literally all it is.
What?
And it's like you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what it's for. Like, what are you doing?
What?
Like,
Okay.
I'm over here shaking my head. Like, I'm just like, oh, rubs temples, shaking my head. I'm screaming, I'm crying, and I'm just like, why?
They're young. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's all right. They don't think sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like there is folk things, like especially with honey. There's folk things you can do that is not specifically the method of a honey jar. Like for example, it's like to sweeten your words, you can put honey on your tongue to sweeten your words, but it's not in the intention isn't coming from the practice in hoodoo or santeria. Like it's not the same. There's actual folk uses and practices for honey that is not close to those specific pantheons or paths or what's the other word? Practices.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Like I think that's why I was just like I'm in my mind I'm just like just be creative. Don't like look that shit up and be like, "Oh, the honey jar, I'm going to go for that," because you shouldn't be doing those. Don't do those.
No, if that is not open to you, then you don't need to be stepping in there.
Yes, exactly.
Can we talk about dill now? I am so excited. Like I'm ready.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm ready. Okay, so everyone should be familiar with dill, like especially like dill pickles, right? Dill in my mind and the way I have always understood it was for attracting money. Like it was used a lot in money, abundance, luck, success, victory, all of those things, right? Let me tell you something. The absolutely unhinged laughter I released last night when we found out that dill can also be used in love magic. Because I could not picture myself taking, because this was one of the things, and I think it was a folk thing, of bathing yourself in dill and to attract your lover. And I'm like, I am not about to find someone who smells like a pickle jar attractive.
And then I told you about the people that can eat one fucking pickle jar in one sitting. And I'm looking at Beatty. I'm looking.
I hate pickles. I hate it. Like I said, if you come out of your house and you're trying to hit on me and you smell like a whole ass pickle jar, you better turn around and get scooting because I will kick your ass.
Beatty, how would you feel about someone that smells like pickles? I really need to know now. Don't look at me. Don't. I need to know, how would you feel? Is that revolting or attractive when you love pickles? I don't know.
Oh my god. By the way, I think that practice was Roman. I think that practice I read was
bathing
Roman.
in it? Yeah.
Yes, I think it was Roman.
Oh my god. Wait, what?
Can you imagine? Like,
I know,
I've never smelled cigarettes. You need to go experiment for us, like for real. Like, please, I need you to go out and do some field work for us, please.
Oh my god.
Just put some dill on your person and see what happens.
Hold on.
It's for science.
Oh shit, what's my other tag?
Snipes with the pickle question.
I forgot to do this. Okay.
But yeah, I've always known dill as like money, luck, success. Even in some circles for protection, but it's like for love. For love,
we got Beachy mid jar.
Got me mid jar. commercials as we speak. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, Midge. That's good.
I appreciate your commitment. But yeah, like there's so many things you can use dill for. Outside of like money and stuff. Like you can even use it for binding, but it's just like for love though.
I did not know you could use dill for money, and now I want to start adding it to things. I did not know that about dill.
I am a trove of mostly useless information, but every once in a while I got something. every once in a while. But I still can't wrap my head around it. Like you're bathing in dill weed and you're gonna come out smelling like a pickle jar. I can't.
People like that.
Listen, if that's your thing. But it's like I can't understand it. Because I can't, because another thing, because I was coming at it last night when we were talking about this, I was also coming at it from like a herbalist standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this is something you can also use to help your digestion and kind of help you like relieve bloating and gas. How do you get from that to attracting somebody? I don't understand. Like, how do you take a herb that's for bloating and gas and for an upset tummy and be like, yeah, marriage?
Didn't we just already talk about an herb that does the same? Which one was the one that does the same thing? Was it catnip?
Yeah, catnip.
Catnip.
Was another
Apparently
one.
the digestive herbs, man.
And that's not the only one, though. The other one was freaking orris root.
Oh, right. Several of them.
Also known as Queen Elizabeth root.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't understand. Like, how did we get here? Because this is the one I was absolutely losing my shit over. Because that one is very also similar to clove.
Mm-hmm.
With it helps with pain. So like especially like with it could be just joint pain or even tooth pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like toothaches. It can help with like headaches and stuff, but it's for bloating and constipation. Why are we using it in a love spell? I don't understand.
Well, I think if
the struggle is real. Like when you're both a practitioner and a herbalist, it's like the struggle is real because it's like, okay, I know what this is for in medicine, but it's not computing in witchcraft for me.
I think what we have learned is that the practical use for it is not gotta unclog yourself.
Clearly, like you need a full cleansing. Gotta clog yourself to let the love flow. Zero.
I was gonna say clearly the practical use and the magical use don't overlap sometimes quite differently.
I mean, sometimes it does because especially like with lavender, for example, like lavender is a very relaxing. It's very like. It's not a sedative, but just because it's a very relaxing
calming,
herb.
yeah,
it's calming. So it's like that also translates into witchcraft as healing, calming, peace, relaxation, serenity, all of those things.
Yeah, like chamomile.
So every once in a while, you get like, oh, look, for both magical use and for medicinal use, they're one and the same. But then I see stuff like this, and it's all like, why am I using a root for freaking bloating and constipation to attract a lover? Like it makes no sense to me.
I think lavender actually was also on the love list now that I think about it. Not the one that I gave you, but I think lavender is also considered for love. Like basically anything. Like these people grabbed anything they had, okay? And they're like, use this to catch the man. Use this. Here's an onion. Didn't we see an onion once?
Yes, the onion. So like the apple, perfect sense. But then we have an onion, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Desperate times, man.
Yeah, desperate times. But yeah, like lavender.
It's you.
It's another one. Like I would see lavender as like bringing calmness, like in love, or bringing like peace, like to have a really peaceful union or something.
I've got it.
I mean, like. Or even dreams, like trying to invoke like your dreams to like show you your person, or even like doing like dream type magic. But it's just like I don't like that makes sense to me. Seeing lavender and love spell, like I could make sense of that just because from a medicinal and a spiritual standpoint. But then you get to stuff like again, like the freaking catnip, like the dill, like the orris root, and it's just like I don't get it.
It's definitely orris root. I have no idea honestly, but for some of them, I'd be like, well, with catnip, it's more it's less like concrete. It's more abstract. It's like, oh, because it can attract something so strongly, but a lot of them are kind of weird, yeah.
Freaking zero.
I know. I screamed at the halfway through what you were saying. I feel like it's easier to love people if you're not also constipated.
I feel like this would be one of those times of like a spell gone wrong. Like, can you imagine using dill, using orris root and catnip and drinking it in like a tea or some shit?
Oh no!
And you go to talk to the person and all you're doing is just passing gas. You know, like that scene in White Chicks after he eats the cheese? That's a picture.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Wait. This. Okay. Wait. This brings me to something that we definitely should cover. All these herbs that are edible, don't just throw them all in a damn pot and drink it. Okay, please look up what they do and maybe use one. You can have chamomile. You can use one. Don't put
Well,
like
not only
five
that-
in there. You know
Yeah,
what
but not
they
only
do.
like, yeah, look up the dosage as well, because like
Yes.
especially if you're going to ingest herbs,
Yes.
it comes down to dosage as well. Like you
Yes.
don't it's like any type of medicine, you need to make sure you have a proper dose. Like you're not going to take a handful of catnip and just be
Yeah.
like, boom.
Yeah. No, like I do not even like for a beginner, I'm like, don't do that. You can buy a chamomile tea bag and you can drink that. Don't just be grabbing things and throwing them together. Please. You need to learn what you're doing first, please.
That is actually genius for beginners. If you're not sure about dosage, go find something already prepackaged,
Yes.
like a tea bag. I love
Yes,
that. I'm
yes.
so glad you mentioned that.
Yes, that is so much easier, safer, everything. And don't just throw things together and be like, I'm gonna drink this. Don't like if you're gonna throw it together in a spell, that's one thing. But you're gonna drink it, that's another level of dangerous.
Yeah. The next one was hibiscus.
Ooh, that's
Hibiscus
good.
is known as just to get it out of the way. Hibiscus is known as also an aphrodisiac, especially like it's for both men and women, but like it can be an aphrodisiac for men, especially in a tea. But like a lot of women use hibiscus to they can even induce it or actually not to induce, but like overall womb health it can help you with.
Mhm.
But in specifically spellcraft, hibiscus was used a lot for passion, especially. So like where people would see rose as love and passion, which of course that's fine. You know, that both is this like they're both similar. But it's just in my personal practice, in my understanding, hibiscus would be for more of a spicier passion, be more of a little bit more amplified with that femininity as well as with that romance, whereas rose would be something a little bit more subtler, a little bit more softer. So it's like if you need a little bit of like a little oomph to a love spell, definitely you could use hibiscus. But I think hibiscus is best utilized in beauty and attraction and glamour. So like especially like self-love spells and especially a big confidence booster.
Ooh.
Big confidence booster. Like I use that in my Sekhmet oil that I made and mwah, chef's kiss. With confidence. Like I'm not kidding. I was not going to sell this product. I really wasn't. I made it for myself. It was most of it was intuitively made, but then of course, you know, like I know what a lot of the stuff does with the herbs that was going in it. But a lot of it was intuitively made. And the first thing I thought of when making it was that hibiscus. Because I wanted something stronger that like it is a self-love, but I wanted something a little stronger. So I went straight for the hibiscus. And because like to me, that's a big like if in my practice, I see like rose as more of a softer divine feminine, whereas I see hibiscus more of a dark feminine.
You use that word a lot, dark feminine. Can you explain to us what dark feminine describes?
Do you want to talk like just what feminine and masculine energy is, or just specifically dark feminine?
Dark feminine, just dark feminine.
To me, it's like I think everyone has like different definitions of what dark feminine is to them. The one I see a lot of that I think is, I feel like in a way a lot of people tiptoe around that it being what's the word I'm looking for? This hyper femininity, but it's almost trad wife. Like it feels very sexist in their definition. It feels very gender role Like
Oh.
women can only like it feel like a lot of people when they try to explain dark feminine, I've noticed it has those subtleties
Mhm.
of specifically woman. Feminine is woman, therefore only women
Yeah.
can do this or do that. So like for
Mhm.
example, like one of the ones I kept seeing with dark feminine a lot was um they can't show emotion. They have to be sultry and sexy and sassy. They have to be well dressed. They have to wear lipstick and do their hair and their makeup. And so
Oh,
like
so they're going more
no, they don't.
seductive. Yeah.
Yeah, they're only leaning into the seductive part
Mhm.
of feminine. Like, and it's just like no, no. Like to me, when I think of the feminines, like when I think of a more softer divine feminine, it's more of Queen of Cups
Mhm.
versus dark feminine, which feels more Queen of Wands. So when I think dark feminine, I'm thinking about her confidence. I'm thinking about her independence. I'm
Mhm.
thinking about her her overall acceptance of who she is in her wholeness.
Mhm.
Um, I think of her in her like I'm thinking like she is CEO. You know what I mean? Like she is
Yeah.
boss bitch. She doesn't
Okay.
need anybody because she is all she needs. She is fully confident. She is fully empowered. So that's where I see
Ah.
dark feminine is empowered,
What?
but
Uh-huh.
on a more quote unquote masculine way, a fiery way. So again, Queen of Wands, a more fiery way,
Uh-huh.
versus divine feminine, which is a little bit I see as a little bit more softer. And
Mhm.
that's more of using intuition and emotion to lead, a lot more softer in the way of where is it, she's not like very loud and outspoken, but like she expresses herself that isn't something um I'm trying to think like how to like I'm using my hands a lot and I'm trying to like get that to translate to words. I talk with my hands a lot, so it's
It's
like I'm
it's
trying to translate this into words.
it's okay.
um
It's okay.
But yeah, it's like feminine does not mean woman. Masculine does not mean man. Like I'm constantly repeating this
Mhm.
whenever I do readings, especially because if people hear me say like, "Oh yeah, like this is someone with feminine energy," and they're like, "But I'm a guy," and it's all like that doesn't mean anything. It's not gender. Like
Mhm.
energy is not chained down to society's current understanding of gender. It has nothing to
Mhm.
do with that. It's
The
whereas
attributes.
femininity, yeah, and feminine energy is about like I don't chase, I attract.
Ah.
It's being in the flow. It's being in the receiving energy. It's being in creativity. It's being in love, in music, and in self-expression, and like almost like a self-worshiping type of way of like I am everything I need. I am whole. I'm allowing my blessings to come to me. Like it's very flowy. Like the way I view it is very flowy versus
Mhm.
masculine. I see as the pursuit of something because masculinity has always been associated with with Mars. Mars being that planet of action, motivation, ambition, and it's not to say that feminine energy isn't ambitious. It's just feminine energy is more about the receiving results. We're bringing something into being by being in the flow of receiving, like kind of being in the wheel
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
energy flowing versus masculinity was we are in the active pursuit of it. So it's like um Mars and Venus.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Action, pursuit, motivation, ambition, energy versus love, the flow of things, and just kind of receiving.
What makes it dark, I think is my real question. Why is it called dark feminine?
I think that's just how today's societies just kind of
Sees it?
differentiates it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to me, I see it as just another like almost kind of like how there's Sekhmet and then there's Boss.
Mhm.
They were once the same, but over time they've become two separate things. Like in the very beginning,
Mm.
it was Sekhmet and she was fiery. She was a quote unquote like a masculine femme, the
Mhm.
way they depicted her.
Mhm.
But she was a war goddess as well as a healing goddess. And over time, people
Oh.
started kind of separating them, and Bost was kind of born from that as a more gentler
Oh.
side of femininity, where Sekhmet is more of that fiery side of
I did
things.
not know they were
Like
the
the sun
same
and the moon.
once. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
not know they were
so
the same once.
Yeah, so like to me,
Hmm.
dark feminine is just a way to just modernize and that differentiation of it.
Hmm.
But to me, I just see it as also a part of just femininity in general because women can be soft and can be sassy. Women can be ambitious and be, boss babe, but also when they go home, they can be, gentle gremlin in their cozy blankie with their stuffies. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
there's no um it doesn't have to be a competition. It doesn't have to fall into today's society of an understanding of um gender. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I was just trying because I didn't have any reference for dark feminine. I was kind of imagining like dark academia like an aesthetic rather than a personality. So I was like, I need more information.
Yeah, I just see it just as a way, just people like can separate the two. Like I said, like you
Hmm.
have like now you have soft girl femininity, and then you have dark feminine, which is more of that sassy, sultry,
Yeah.
mysterious vibe versus someone who's very gentle and soft and very like Cinderella
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty versus like Maleficent over here. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. In my head, all I'm going back to is preps and goths. I'm sorry. That's all my childhood brain just
No,
wanted to bring me.
no,
That's all my
no.
childhood brain was going
Oh God, that reminds me of that meme that says,
to.
your GF, and then the girl he tells you not to worry about.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but my mind like went to that meme, like the
Oh.
one where, like, they're holding hands and the dude's looking back at the other girl, and she looks so bothered.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
So yeah, that was mostly hibiscus. Again, like to me, and you can use this anyway. I mean, it could be one and the same. You can see hibiscus and rose is the same. It's just
Mhm.
in my personal practice, I see as hibiscus more for passion, fertility, a little bit more of a fiery element to the femininity, whereas rose is a little bit more of a softer, water type of
Mm.
element to femininity.
Mhm.
And passion and love and romance and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
Um, Nutmeg was another one that we absolutely died over last night.
Oh, that was a
Um,
good one, yeah.
yeah, because nutmeg was apparently used in a lot of in some cultures as for to increase passion, romance, and love in relationships. And we came across something of what was it? Was it Creole that they did this?
Yes, there was one. Yes, so one didn't say where, and the other one said it was Creole, old Creole, like legend or something, folk
Yeah,
story.
well,
Hmm.
yeah, and then I remember it was like sprinkling it, and was it specifically a woman's shoes or just people's shoes in general?
One said people, one said woman. So I'm gonna
Okay,
go
we're
for
just gonna go with
people.
people.
Yeah,
We're just gonna go with people. So the
yeah.
sprinkling of a nutmeg in someone's shoes at midnight will encourage this person to fall in love with you. And Knox and I were dying because Knox basically said, just put the whole nutmeg in there.
For good measure.
Like, yeah, for good measure. Like, can you imagine just getting up one morning? Okay, honey, I'm off to work, and there's a whole nutmeg in your shoe.
You're just like, what the fuck? You take it out, you're like, what is this? And she's like, I don't know how that got there.
I don't, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, how did I get there? Like, a whole nutmeg.
High pencils, yeah. I was like, damn. Oh.
Um, oh
Mhm.
my God, what was the other one? Uh, we did orris root. We
Mhm.
talked about that one. Strawberry was cute. Like that's used in folk
Mhm.
magic, but like that one was so cute.
Mhm. I don't
Um,
remember what that one was, but I know that was.
it was
Mhm.
passion, romance, and fertility, and it can like used in like especially like in like love spells like for apple. If you don't have an apple, like a strawberry was used
Oh,
to
okay,
represent the
okay.
part.
Oh, that's
Um,
cute. Mhm.
I know it's so cute.
That's really cute. Strawberry
I love the strawberry thing.
definitely gives more like soft, like sweet vibes, you know. It does seem like it would be a very cute thing. So,
Yeah,
I
I
like
think that would
that.
be definitely something I would personally use.
Mhm.
For like a relationship strengthening spell, I would definitely use
Ooh,
the
yeah,
strawberry. I
yeah,
think that like cutting the strawberry in half so you have two
yeah.
hearts. Like
That's
it's
cute.
cute. Like, it's just cute. So
adorable.
cutting a strawberry in half and using both halves to make a whole. Like that's so
Oh, that is
cute.
adorable. That is adorable, actually.
I can see someone like making that dark so fast of like
Mm.
cutting the strawberry and binding the two together. Like you ain't going nowhere.
Well, I also, when you said it going dark, I was like, oh, what if they cut the strawberry and that means they're separating someone's relationship? And I was like, oh no.
Oh, oh my god! But that I could see as that could be actually really good for like sympathetic magic. But please don't do that.
Exactly. Don't do that.
But that would actually be probably a good thing to use if you're like someone who gets into baneful things. But
Yeah.
I want to stick on the cute side for the strawberry because
Yeah.
that idea is cute. But yeah, you could use it for that.
Anything can be made dark.
Can you imagine like being a teenager with a strawberry and your mom comes in and you're just angrily just separating a strawberry and you just look up at her and she's like, "Oh, are you hungry, sweetie?"
You're just like ripping it in half. Just smashing it.
Like you're all in your room with your LED candles and your mom comes in and you're just cutting a strawberry.
She's like, okay.
She just slowly closes the door.
Yeah. What else do you do in that situation?
My mom would have looked at me if I was doing that and she would have been like, did you wash that first? My mom would have asked me, make sure you wash it before you eat it. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, sawing it in half.
My mom would have been like, you're not supposed to eat in your room.
Oh,
that's right. That's just gonna get everywhere.
Oh wait, we already talked about honey, so we actually don't need to do honey again because we already talked about that one.
That's true. What was it for?
Oh, that was like we were talking about the
we said don't do a honey jar.
Yeah, and then we said, but there are types of honey jars in different cultures. Just make sure you're not doing the one that is taken from voodoo or Santeria.
I think it might be confusing to call those honey jars. I'm gonna say you can use honey in a jar.
There you go.
don't make it a.
There's different names for it. Like there's honey jar, there's sweetening jar, and then there was sugar jar. But those ones are to my understanding, those were mostly like hoodoo and Santeria, which are closed practice, especially culturally. So yeah, you can use honey in a jar in a spell, but it's not a honey jar.
Yes, exactly. There we go.
Yeah.
That's their stuff. We stay out of their shit.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Not touchy. We'll be like Cusco.
Yeah.
Not touchy.
But I wanted to say it is sweet, sticky, purifying, and long lasting. So those are qualities you can think of when you use it in your spell work. It can be used for binding, health, longevity. It can be used for a lot of things. Be good when you use it. Don't bind people.
Oh, you can even put a little honey on your lips. Just a little bit on there to sweeten your words if you're talking to somebody.
Ooh, that's cute, actually.
That's like a little bit of glamour, a little bit of self-love, but also it can be like a very mini low spoons type of working that you can do is the intention. It's going to come down to the intention, but if you take some honey, gently put it on your lips and kind of massage it into your lips, and while you're thinking of sweetening your words.
Oh, Toby hat.
And that's a way you can also attract somebody without actually like using a spell on them.
Hold on. Something on my stream is not working and I'm sad.
Uh-oh.
I think I just need to restart it because I haven't closed any of these things. There was something I'm mad because before Beichi did that, I had an idea and it's gone now. Especially if you put it in front of the rub honey on your lips right in front of the person.
Like imagine you're just talking to them and in mid-sentence you just pull out like one of those little bear-shaped honey things
and you just dab
it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." And she's gonna be like, "Oh, just keep talking. I'm just keep talking."
Yeah, it's fine. You put on like chapstick.
But that would actually be such a good idea to make that into a chapstick, though.
Yes, making it into a chapstick would be a good idea.
Like using beeswax and honey to make a chapstick.
Is beeswax safe for? That's something you put on your lips? I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Oh yeah, I use beeswax in my salves. It's safe.
No, like I meant like on your mouth. I was like, can you eat that? Is that all right? But
Oh yeah,
probably,
yeah.
probably.
You can use that. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll
and I don't think you're gonna like lather it on there. Like you
I
might need some
listen.
help. But
Listen, we got to have disclaimers for people.
yeah, that's true. I used to
It's
eat it as a kid. Yeah.
there we go. That's the type of thing I needed to know.
I just got this image of imagine somebody just full on running into like a beekeeper type facility. I'd be like, I need beeswax stat. They're just running from bees like with the whole ass box of their freaking hive.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What was I gonna say? Was it about honey? It seemed important, but it's gone. It's gone. I'm sorry.
Are you thinking of honeysuckle?
No, although I do love honeysuckle. Like, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with honeysuckle because I think
Oh,
it's
I feel like it is.
beautiful, but I hate the smell of it. But my mom loves it.
I think that's fair.
But
It's a little strong.
Yeah, but it is such a strong floral smell, and I don't really like floral smells. But it just grows everywhere in Tennessee, and it's really pretty to just see it magically appear in the forest. But yeah, it's a weird feeling about it. She also used to put it in soaps and stuff, so I'm
Yeah,
very used to the smell.
I like really light floral notes. Like a lot of the stuff I use, and then even the stuff I make, like I try to make it really light and not overpowering.
Hmm.
Because that's why I can't do perfume because they just put like it's either you get the perfumes that's got like, too much alcohol in it, or
Hmm.
you get the ones that are just absolutely saturated with fragrance, and it's just like, eh.
I don't really like
Like if I'm choking from one spray, that's too much.
okay, I mean, are we talking like the cheap stuff or the expensive stuff? So I feel
Well,
like
the most expensive thing I have is Dior, and like I love
oh,
that stuff.
okay. Because I was like, cheap perfume can definitely go way too heavy on the fragrance, and then it's like it doesn't smell better; it smells awful because you went way too strong.
Oh my God, you just took me back to like the early 2000s where like every single like freaking 12-year-old is got that what is that? That freaking spray. You know like when Britney Spears like had her perfumes out and we had all these really cheap like body sprays and everything with glitter and stuff in it and
Oh
it just
yeah,
smelled so stupidly strong.
yeah,
We
yeah.
had no business wearing that shit at 12 years old.
Um, uh, Pencil said they were a weird kid and they kept bees at one point. All right. Well, maybe you were running away from the bees and trying to steal
Hook me
beeswax.
up, pencil. Hook me up. I need some bee shit. Like, please. I need some pollen. Like, for real,
Pollen?
I need like, hook me up.
Why do you need pollen? I
Nothing.
was.
I'm not doing nothing.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm sure you can buy that actually, but
Imagine pencil just showing up with a trench coat. Hey, kid, want to buy some pollen? To keep allergies away.
right?
No,
Right?
no, no. Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, totally have allergies. Yeah.
No, seriously, bee pollen's not bad. I'm just being a dork.
Oh, okay.
No, bee pollen can actually be used in magic and in spells for like friendship, attraction, love,
Oh.
and especially to strengthen
Huh.
friendship.
Oh.
Yellow roses and bee pollen, beautiful.
Ooh, that's a good thing to know. I'm gonna add that to the list actually for me to
Hmm.
remember. Bee pollen.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
relatable.
yeah, and also
Related.
attracting friends, like trying to find your peoples.
Hmm.
Boom, bee pollen, yellow roses.
Ooh. Bee
Because yellow
pollen.
in flower magic and in color magic, it's like friendship.
Hmm.
So yellow roses or rose petals, add a little bit of bee pollen. Also, you can use bee pollen too to seal your intention for any spell.
Oh. Why is that?
Why is what?
Why can it why does it seal like intention? Do you know?
Somebody that is much older than me probably decided that.
Okay. All right. Valid. Okay.
I think it has to do with just like what bees use it for. I think someone might have decided one day as just like, oh, this is the property of it. But
Oh.
I mostly have not like in the books I've read in the material I've read, it's like bee pollen can be used to again with the friendship, with joy, happiness, because it's a masculine, it's
Wait,
associated also with the sun.
wait.
What? Okay.
I was thinking, well, no, no, never mind. I was thinking of the beeswax, not the bee pollen. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because I was thinking how they seal the honey with the beeswax, I think, or something. So then I was like, no, it's the pollen. What the fuck is the pollen
They
doing in
use
this?
they use the pollen with their saliva.
Oh, for what?
Like honey is bee vomit.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, honey is bee vomit.
They got that. That is the best tasting vomit in the world, probably.
Oh yeah, I can't. I have to have it like in my tea, like every time. I refuse to drink tea without it. I love honey so much,
I.
but
Mhm.
it's I try to like it's I'm so glad I live in a place now that has like so many farmers markets, because a lot of honey that's actually on the market right now
Mhm.
is fake.
Ooh.
Especially like the I just learned this from somebody not too long ago.
Mhm.
Um that China's like the biggest exporter of the fake honey.
How's it?
So if you're looking for honey, like real honey, go to farmers market or read on the back of the label
Uh,
in your store to see where the source is from
I
with that honey.
I've never seen honey from China. First of all.
And
Uh-huh.
from a medicinal standpoint, if you eat honey from your local area or some like or in your state, it
It
can
helps with
actually help you with
allergies.
allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I know
Find
that
your local
one.
honey man.
Um.
Pencils like find your local honey man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Find your local honey man. What was I gonna say? What is the fake honey made of? Do we know? Or do we just
I
know it's
think it's
fake?
like I think it's sugar, corn syrup, and maybe like dye or something.
That sounds like something we would have made. Okay. I am impressed, China, because that sounds like something
Because
we would have done.
yeah, I hate fake honey. I think it's gross.
It probably is. It probably is.
I won't touch it. Like it's
I
not even.
are you sure they're saying the right things on the import label? Because I'm sitting here like I've never seen honey from China, but Walmart has some cheap ass honey. So I'm like,
Yeah, like we have our own fake honey.
version?
Yeah, see,
Okay.
Pencil just even said that. See, we have fake honey in the States. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not just China, it's just I think they're one of the biggest exporters of it.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Because I
But
was
yeah,
like, that sounds
but
like our type of recipe right there. Corn syrup.
yeah.
Hmm. I should.
We need a filler. I'll just add corn syrup. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I should find the local farmers markets here. I haven't gone to one in a while. Like, I'm just always like, man, this is gonna cost money. I'm like, they're never
That is so
cheap.
earth sign though. Like I'm just gonna appreciate that is so earth sign though.
What? What? It's so expensive? What?
Because it's like this is what I always associate with earth signs. It's like they're the ones that will like look at you sideways because you made a quote unquote ridiculous or irresponsible purchase. But if it's something they want, like that was a need. You don't understand. We needed this.
Listen, I can explain to you how it's a need. I can make a very good statement, okay, for myself, okay? By the end of it, you'll believe I needed it too.
Oh my god. Where were we? Okay, we did. Okay, we did the herbs. We did historical uses. Some of the culture things. Let's see. We did cover orris root.
Mhm.
Being used in hoodoo. We
Yes.
covered the Creole one with nutmeg.
Mhm.
Oh yes, the act of putting rose petals on the bed
Oh, yes, yes,
is
yes.
a form of folk magic for inviting love.
Mhm.
So, and I thought this was
Oh,
really funny because it's just like people who celebrate Christmas but don't really know what its roots are.
mhm.
It's like that's what this feels like. And so it's like the act of putting rose petals to guide to bedroom or having rose petals on your bed, like after you get married or if you're on a date,
Mhm.
whatever it is, it's like just putting them on the bed was rooted in that folk practice of inviting love into your relationship, and I love that.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's
Watch,
cute.
watch all the local stores are gonna start selling out of roses real quick. It's not even Valentine's Day yet, but all the roses are gonna be gone.
Oh my
It's
god.
lonely up here.
Okay. I was just looking at the list and I was like, we didn't do historical uses. Did we?
I thought we did.
Where did we do? Did we?
We talked a little bit about how like it was used to obtain a lover to spouse. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can go more into that. I think we just browsed, like we just kind of passed over it with
Yeah,
like
we
a very little
mentioned it.
mention.
We mentioned it, yeah, but
We made this list last night. We're not even sticking to it.
yeah.
Like we took us over 4 hours to make this list, and we're not even sticking to it.
Listen, I'm here to be the Virgo and get us back on track.
Oh yeah, that was another thing we said last night too. Was
Mhm.
we found it hilarious because Knox is a Virgo sun and I'm a Virgo descendant, so we had the Virgo sun doing research while the Virgo descendant organized and formatted the list.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And also our break is in like 10 minutes.
Okay, do you want to just wrap up that to go into the break? You want to just wrap up into the historical uses?
Do you mean you want to start or want to finish it right now? What do you mean wrap
No,
up?
we can cover it right now, go into break, and then come back and finish the rest.
Sure. Sure. I,
Alrighty, do you want to go first or me?
I don't know anything about the historical uses. You're the one that found out about it.
Oh, okay,
Other
that's fine. That's
yeah, go for it.
So some of the things I'll try to keep it small so that we can make the break.
Hmm.
Some historical uses that were used in love spells. Now, because we talked about in the very beginning about how like what our perspectives of love spells were, a lot of us was under the assumption. I've seen this also be almost it's not so much a consensus now, but I think before a lot of people became educated about what love spells were, I think the consensus at the time was love spells were something to be avoided. Love spells were evil. You're tampering with free will. You're forcing
Hmm.
people into like unconsensual relationships. Um, my understanding was like with any working with manipulating energy, if the energy is not there to manipulate, then it's not going to work.
Hmm.
Um, and so it's like if you do a love spell on a celebrity, it's not going to work because they don't even know you exist. There's no energy or feelings there
Hmm.
to manipulate in your favor.
Hmm.
But if even if we like go to someone who does have some feelings for you, if you they already have feelings for you, why are you doing a love spell? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
So then I went ahead and was asking a group that I'm in, because there's about almost 400 people in there.
Hmm.
What are your opinions about love spells? And I wanted to see what other people thought.
Hmm.
And one of the ones that came up that actually helped me not only understand love spells in a little bit more of a deeper context, but just
Hmm.
an overall shift in my perspective.
Hmm.
Um, was that love spells were once extremely important in a historical and cultural um point of view. It was very important because back in those days, obtaining a spouse was financial security. Obtaining a spouse was security for your family, security for yourself, because there was days that those existed where like we could not, like especially women could not have bank accounts. Women could not have owned property.
Hmm.
Women didn't have a lot of right to anything because it was all through their husbands. So it was extreme. And also in some cultures, like having a husband was very important for the survival of the family. Like not just her survival, but the survival of the family as well. And that's also where dowries kind of played a part in it. Because when a daughter would marry, a dowry came with her to help the husband.
Hmm.
Or in some cultures, the husband's family would give money for their son marrying this daughter, so they would pay the daughter's family
Hmm.
to get married. Love spells played a big important part, especially in a lot of POC. I don't know why I said PC. POC cultures, and is even used today um, with those kind of same situations, especially in different countries. Like marriage is very important. So I think a lot of the times people forget that this was once a very important thing. Like a lot of people see it now because I mean, women can have bank accounts now. Women can have jobs now. Women don't have to bear children anymore.
Hmm.
Women aren't held to at least, well, I'm not going to say like the fight is over because it's definitely not.
Hmm.
But women just have come far enough where these specific types of love spells aren't as important. But
Hmm.
we still need to respect and honor and remember the roots of these spells of how important it was because oftentimes it meant survival.
Hmm.
So doing love spells was for survival.
Mm-hmm.
and I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, neither did
And
I.
I think yeah, and I think it'll help a lot of people with their mindset of what love spells are. Is like it's not to force anybody. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times it was for increasing chances in order to survive. Sometimes it was about helping out your family
Mm-hmm.
by marrying into wealth, so your family doesn't struggle. So I think a lot of people um who are coming from that mindset of like love spells are evil, love spells are unethical, things like that. And of course, everyone's going to have their opinions, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I think it would be wrong of us to forget that history of why they were even there in the first place, because a lot of the times it was for that protection. It was a lot for that survival, is for um that security and knowing that we're not going to you know struggle another day. Whereas now in modern day it's like we can we don't need partners. We don't to have a bank account. We don't need partners to get money. We can go have a job now. We can go and we don't have to have children anymore. We don't have to be held to that standard any longer, but it
Mm-hmm.
should still be respected, as a lot of POC cultures still use these.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was also like because people don't understand it, there's also really a stigma against a lot of POC cultures
Hmm.
that do use it and stuff like that.
Yep.
Um, I was going to say, it does provide an ethical dilemma for a modern person in like a place like a country like America, where it seems impossible to need to do that right now. But I can understand
I
that
say impossible. It just
it.
seems like it's
Well,
not needed. It's
no,
unnecessary.
yeah. No, but if for like imagine like a I don't know, a middle class white girl. Why is she gonna think you're gonna need to do a love spell? She doesn't think about that first of
Yeah,
all.
put the candles down, Stacy. Go to therapy instead.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a survival need, but
Hmm.
I can see how that started, and it does provide an ethical dilemma because I feel like we were raised to feel like women that did that sort of thing were horrible and evil, and
And
it's
desperate.
and desperate. But I mean,
I've
technically,
always
they
seen
were
that as
desperate in some places, but
like no, like the stigma that exists now. Like they
yeah.
see people who do love spells as like oh, like
No,
that. You're just desperate, or
no,
you're impatient, or you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like
No,
it's oh, go ahead.
I meant more like it's we like okay, so like I'm thinking of someone that's going to marry wants to marry into wealth. That's a gold digger. Someone that's going to marry that feels like they need to
Yes.
marry someone because their family needs security. Things like that. We don't really look at the point of view of, oh, snap, what if this person needed to do that because their brothers and sisters were going to starve or some shit. Back in the day, that's kind of why you would want to be married, is like you want to keep your family safe and going and everything like that. So I'm just thinking about it in
Hmm.
that context of, oh, they may have done this because it was to help their loved ones. So I see it's an ethical dilemma of, oh, I can see how that would be bad, but I also see how I can see why you felt you needed to do it.
Yeah, and I think I'm really thankful that like I was able to be pulled out of my understanding and see it from another perspective, because it is
Mm-hmm.
one I've never considered,
Me too.
and it just completely just opened my eyes in a completely different way of like, you know, love spells can be utilized in so many different things. It doesn't have to be just what is mostly been seen lately, which is like
Yes.
these inexperienced practitioners, these very young practitioners of doing love. Like, because when I used to think love spell, I would see someone who is young or very emotionally immature,
Mm-hmm.
and they would do it out of a rage or out of jealousy or insecurity. They would do these things,
Out of
like
desperation.
yeah, and it's like they're sitting there crying, wanting their ex back. He's nothing special. He didn't even do the bare minimum. But you're like, why do you want him back?
Yeah,
Like, why
yeah.
do you want him back? Like, why waste your energy getting that Dookie stain back when you can use this, when you can have use that energy to give to yourself in this magnificent glow up, and go find someone who is
It's worth
actually
your
worthy
time.
of you.
Yeah,
Like, start seeing yourself as the prize.
yeah.
Start seeing yourself as the prize.
Yeah. But I think I definitely have that opinion of love spells too. Google does not help, and neither does just
Mm-mm.
TikTok or any of those things. A lot of them are just like, get back your ex, and it's like, don't do that. You don't need to get back your ex. Actually, you don't
Mhm.
need to do
Or
that.
make your ex crazy about you. Make
Yeah,
your
yeah. It's all.
the Yeah,
It's
the
been
girl that literally has set so many boundaries with you. This is how you can like bind her to you forever. It's
yes,
like,
things like
listen,
that.
if she has cut you off and blocked you and set that boundary, it is so wrong of you to try to bypass that and
Yeah.
completely invalidate her, not only her consent, but invalidate that boundary. Like if they're not into you, then move on. Like why are you
Yes.
doing love spells to make someone like you who
Yeah.
isn't into you? Like it's like why?
It's
Like
like
if they don't,
your perspective is fucked there. Yeah. It's
which
but
is
I
just to me, I see it as a waste of energy. Like, why would you waste all this energy forcing someone who's not into you to like you? Like, how do you even know that you're gonna like them once you have them?
it's
And then people do this shit, and then they
mhm.
end up with stalkers because it's all like, oh, they're not who I thought they were. Like, I just liked them because they were physically attractive, and I thought we would look really good together.
Yeah.
And then you get with them, and they're so freaking boring and completely opposite. And now you have to break this shit and be like, get away from me. And they're just
Yeah.
like, no, let me.
Yeah, it's like you've created a love zombie that's following you around now, and you're like, "Oh no, I did not want this actually." It's like,
Yeah, me personally, I couldn't do it because it's like I would want someone to be with me because they want to be with me. Because if I were
yeah,
to do a love spell and someone were to come into my life, I would be wondering the rest of my life, okay, do you actually love me or just did my shit work?
yeah, exactly. I don't know, like, but that's like the thing is, it's like your conscience is like, I don't know if I should have done that. Like, is this the way I wanted it to be, or is this just the way I forced it to be? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Like, get
like,
out of the Delulu land and stop romanticizing something that isn't real. Actually, be with somebody who wants to be with you.
yeah,
Value and love yourself enough to see yourself as the prize. And I think just in like to wrap it all up in a really pretty bow is if you're going to do love spells, do them responsibly, do it with clear intention, consult with your spirit team, and don't do it out of this very strong emotional state of like, well, I want them really, really, really bad. Okay, but are they aligned with you? Like, is your spirit team okay with you having this?
hmm
Because it's like they want what's best for you.
hmm
So it's like they're not gonna give you somebody who is gonna be bad for you. And if you keep asking, eventually you're gonna get what you wish for.
and you're gonna regret
And
it.
that shit's on you, man.
Yeah. And also, don't try not to impede on anyone's free will. We don't live in a world where you need to do that right now if you're watching Twitch, probably. So don't do that. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Especially, oh my God, especially, and this is for any working, not just love spell, but just for
mhm,
any working in general.
mhm.
You don't do it on another practitioner, especially a practitioner that is
Yeah.
seasoned and has worked their soul. Because if they will find out, and if they find out that you did that shit, and
Yeah.
oh, you literally just put a target on your back because they
Yeah.
can grab that energy and either transmute it and take it from you, or they can send you something back that's nasty. So
Yeah,
just
don't. I mean, I
do
feel like
it.
I feel like that would be common sense, but a lot of people bypass common sense sometimes. So I do think that's important. It's like if you try to hit somebody that really knows how to fight, you asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
Because not only that, you're not only messing with somebody who is like seasoned in their craft, but it's
Mhm.
like you're also hitting like you're hitting their ancestors, you're hitting their guides, and you're hitting any date like you don't know who they work with.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're gonna take that chance. Like
Yeah.
just at a bare minimum, like they don't work with deities or anything. Just at a bare minimum, you're disrespecting and you're going after their ancestors. Are you sure? Like, are you
Yeah.
sure you want to do that? So, in my opinion, I don't think love spells are a bad thing. I think you should just do it responsibly and with clear intention.
Mhm.
But in my personal opinion, I would rather you guys do love spells on yourself, do self-love,
Yes.
glamour, beauty, confidence, like boost, like use your energy
On
on
you.
you. Don't waste it on some crusty dusty soy boy. Don't waste your energy on somebody who is probably not even worthy. You don't even know them yet. You saw them for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
like boost yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and put that all that beauty and magnetism and attraction on you. Like become your own biggest fan. Like
Yeah.
I just that's just my personal opinion, my personal take.
Yeah. Yeah. For real, I agree. It's way better to put that energy in yourself.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people that are interested in love related things don't want to put that energy into themselves. They want to put it into someone else because they feel it's easier.
I can fix him. Listen, as
Yeah.
a fellow Pisces, no,
You
no, you can't.
need to fix
No,
you, not him.
that's what I said. Like, put the candles down and let's go to therapy. We can have a
Yeah.
good cry. You know, I'll listen to you. You know, talk about them, cry about them, rage about them. I'll be here on the struggle bus with you. But just, just can we please not do the thing,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta, and with spell work too, as you said, I think it's good to like think about it for a few days, plan it out. Don't just be like, oh, you know what? I'm pissed right now. I'm gonna fuck this person up. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
consult with your spirit team on if this working should even be done, and
Yes.
especially make like this is where discernment also comes in.
Hmm.
If they tell you no, please don't do the thing where you fall into confirmation bias where now you're looking for signs that don't exist.
Hmm.
Spiritual psychosis is a real freaking thing and it
Hmm.
is scary.
Hmm.
But not even that. It's like don't add to your own delulu and don't get yourself into a point where you're just looking at like because it's something you want,
Hmm.
you fall into that confirmation bias and you fall into
I
that cognitive dissonance of like now you're looking for signs everywhere of why you should, even though your spirit team made it extremely clear no you should not.
I have a question. Do you have any advice for someone that does not know how to contact their spirit team?
Divination is always the go-to,
Yeah, but
honestly.
like, but what if they
That's the way
don't
I've
know how
learned.
to divine yet? Should they just not do any spells yet? Like, wait.
Uh, start. I would definitely say like, oh yeah, like if just any like if you're new to the craft and you don't know what you're doing, educating yourself, reading about what it is what your intentions are, reading into what it is you're interested in, but having a good understanding
Hmm.
of what you're even doing before you practice anything. But if you're going to get in, like if you actually want to practice, protection, protection, protection. Like I
Hmm.
like you need like for me, rule of thumb, I tell this to my students, I tell this to my followers, anybody who asks me about getting into the craft,
Hmm.
know at least 3 different types of protection and 2 different types of warding.
Mm. Okay.
Because spiritual hygiene is literally the core and should be the core. So if you're out here, you know, doing workings and stuff like that without any type of protection, it doesn't mean you have to work with a deity because you don't. You can work with your ancestors, or you can even work on empowering yourself. You can work with guides, whatever it is your preference is. But just at the bare minimum, please learn about protections first. I see so many people getting into this and they have no idea. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm on my 5th spell, and I'm just like, oh, that's great. What do you know about protection magic? It's like, wait, you're on your 5th spell, you don't know anything about protection magic? No, I just never really been interested in it, and I didn't know if it was like like necessary. And I'm like, yeah, it's necessary. Like, what are you doing?
I definitely am guilty of that, but at the same time, I'm also like, I have known how to do protections. I've just been too lazy to do them, so I'm trying to do them more. Let me put that way.
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
guilty.
growth.
Yeah.
It's growth. It takes time, but I think that's where a lot of people who get into this struggle is like they want results now, and the more you learn about it, because I'm like 15 years into this,
Hmm.
and I'm still learning, and people have this idea of like, um, oh well, I know enough, and it's like, no, you don't. It's a
Yeah.
journey for a reason.
You never know enough, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like keep learning. Like what's it gonna harm? Like keep learning and keep understanding your craft. And not to mention like no 2 practices are gonna be the exact same. It is
Hmm.
your own personal journey
Hmm.
for a reason. So your practice is going to be completely different than your friends, than the influencer than you follow, than the Instagram people that post all the time. It's
Hmm.
not going to look the same. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need all these expensive ingredients and herbs. You
Hmm.
don't need to buy someone's book in order to be a real witch. Oh my god, I
Oh
hated those days.
God.
But it's like it's just working with what you have, and one of the things you should have with you is knowledge.
Hmm. I I recently read a little book. It was little because I read through it so fast. I was like, damn, that's all that was in there. But when I looked up books on protection, it came up. I think it's like by Rest of Nail and Prick of Thorn or something. But it was talking about wards being can be very
I think I
simple.
did
Hmm.
I send that to you?
No,
Because I,
no.
I know
Wait,
exactly what book I know what book you're
I
referencing.
don't think you did anyway. I don't remember, but I think
It's
it has come up
Rest of
before.
Nail and Prick of Thorn. It is the theory and practice of effective home warding.
Yes.
I
Yes.
remember sharing. That's why I asked. I'm like, did I share that with you, or did I just share that in general? But I remember
Mhm.
recommending this to somebody, and I couldn't remember who it was.
I can't say I remember because it was a long time ago and it took a long time to read it because I hated how it was written. But I don't, I'm sorry to who wrote that, but I just did not like their writing style.
Oh my gosh, like that's kind of how I feel also with like the books I have, like we were going through last night. Like I have Scott
Mhm,
Cunningham
mhm,
books, and then there was Lexa Roshan,
mhm.
and it's like, what was the other one that was really really popular back in like
Sky
the early
something?
2010s? No,
No.
it was her name was like Raven Silverwolf or something.
Oh shit, that does sound familiar now that I think
Oh, what
about
was it?
it.
Raven.
I didn't read a lot of those Wicca books. I can't tell you.
Yeah, it's Silver Ravenwolf. So I had it
Oh,
backwards.
oh God. Okay.
Yes, Silver Ravenwolf. Like she
What?
was a very
Mhm.
popular New Age Wicca
Let me
author
see.
that was very popular like the early
Silver
2010s because like
Ravenwolf.
she was everywhere on Tumblr.
Let me see. What
Like
book?
her stuff was constantly posted on Tumblr.
Let me
Very
see.
like neo-pagan.
Did I don't know if I've ever seen any of these books. I wasn't that deep into witch stuff when I was on Tumblr though. I think that was during my time of, damn, this shit fucked me up. I'm not looking into this anymore. That was during my fuck this time.
Oh my gosh, like we'll have to do this. I'm actually doing that tomorrow for my birthday stream tomorrow. I was doing
Hmm.
like a Q&A for like people that like ask me
Hmm.
questions that they don't just to get to know me kind of thing.
Hmm.
And that was one of the questions I always got asked was like, how did you even get into this?
Hmm.
And it was literally just I just wanted to know things. Like I just got curious. I was like that's it. And
I
that curiosity unfortunately led to Tumblr, and Tumblr led me to the dark places.
eh,
And then I had to spend my late teen years deconstructing all of that.
oh, fun. Yeah, I was led into some dark places as well in the beginning. It wasn't even from Tumblr, it was from someone I met through a friend. And it was not a good place. But I got into meditation and everything. It fucked me up for a little bit because it released some trauma that was buried. Um and I got some sleep paralysis and I said fuck that for a little while. But with Tumblr, whenever I was looking into it, for some reason it was like the information was evading me whenever I looked into anything. So I think I just like wasn't meant to get into it because I've researched many things in my life. For some reason, that shit was just I couldn't find it. It was so weird. They were like, "No, not yet. You're not ready for this." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I think getting off of Tumblr and actually like going because I mean I love books. I love reading books. I would like on average when I was a kid, I could
Mhm.
get through like if I bought a book that afternoon, it would be done by that night. I
Damn.
love reading. Like I
Hmm.
know it drove my parents nuts because they would get me a book
Yeah.
and I would be done with it literally like within hours of them buying it. I'm like, okay, I need another one now. And they're just like, oh shit. Like I was hoping this like I was hoping this would keep you for like a week, but I'm just like, no, I'm ready for another one. So like we kind
Hmm.
of had to make a deal where like I could have a book like every couple weeks or at least like twice a month or something like that. I can
Hmm.
get a new book.
Hmm.
Um and getting off of Tumblr and actually like getting my hands on books and reading from there was
Hmm.
probably the best step I ever could have made. Because there's so much stuff at that time, especially those early 2010s.
Hmm.
There was so much stuff being put online that people were just like they didn't even like. It's not even. It's like they didn't even think about like where it was coming from. It was just something they could post on their blog,
Yeah, yeah. They
and
just made shit up.
then it became a competition of who knows more than the other person, who can
Man,
get the more reblogs than the other person.
I mean, honestly, I feel like TikTok's not very far away from that at this exact moment. Um,
There are some very experienced practitioners on there, and I
yes.
love the knowledge that they share.
But
But
the
yeah,
the
then you have
smaller
those.
ones,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of little kids out there fighting basically, or young adults.
One thing I always said, I think I posted this on Twitter last year, but it's like the one thing I always tell people is like, listen, if I see a practitioner and one of their forms of cleansing isn't screaming while banging on pots and pans, I don't trust them. Like I do not trust them. Like if I don't see like if it's one of those things like if I say like, oh, what are some forms of protection? If one of their forms of protection, especially like on if they don't have supplies or if it's like a low spoon day, if it's not like going around your house and screaming loudly or saying get the fuck out of here and banging pots and pans, it's like I don't trust you
Does
because
that really do anything?
Yeah, sound cleansing is a thing.
I mean, you're right.
Singing, screaming, getting out, like,
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
a form of cleansing.
I just didn't consider the banging of the pots and pans to work like a
I love
bell.
that method.
I just didn't consider it.
The thing is like I can't use that method because especially my daughter, she's very auditory like sensitive.
Mhm,
So I can't use that method.
mhm.
But like if you don't got any kids or very, very like fragile animals, then yeah, that is definitely
No, no,
an option
homie.
because
You didn't think
I
of
was
the
gonna
most
say,
important one. The neighbors.
fuck the neighbors.
I live in an
they,
apartment.
can, they can get out too.
I'm like, they're gonna call the police. They'd be like, what the fuck is happening over there?
Oh my God. That makes me think of I don't know where this is from. I just know it as a meme, but I don't know where it's from. But it's that woman that's like in her moo in a bonnet and she got the big pants and she goes, "Ain't Nick getting no sleep because of y'all. You ain't getting no sleep because of me."
Slams the refrigerator door. I guess just making loud amounts of noise, like with intention.
Get out.
Damn, that's good. I like that. It's good to know. That's good to know that screaming will help.
Yeah, well, it's just like some people don't realize, like when they say like doing meditation, a lot
Mhm.
of people think meditation is sitting in one place, closing your eyes, listening to music, and staying still. Especially for neurodivergent people, like that's almost impossible for us. Like it's very
Mhm.
difficult for some of us to sit still like that. And then there's those other ones that try to be like, oh, you need to keep your mind focused. Don't let it wander. Like, bitch, that's the point. You're supposed to let your subconscious wander. You're supposed to let yourself be in the flow of the energies around you. But there's so
Mm.
many different types of meditation. Oh my God, we got I don't know how we got from love spells to now talking
Listen,
about
no,
alternatives.
hold up. We are like 18 minutes late on that break though. That's what I was about to bring in. I was like, hold on, we were supposed to like stop, regroup, go get a snack.
All right, I'll just finish this thought and then we'll go into the break.
Okay.
But one form of meditation you can do that a lot of people don't seem to remember is singing. You can literally sit at your
Mm.
desk. Oh,
Mhm.
there goes the rose again. It's in flames. Um, the chaos is being embodied right now on stream. Um, but you can literally sit and you can sing for your deity, sing for your ancestors, sing for your spirit guides, sing for yourself, and that in itself is a form of meditation, is singing.
Oh
Playing an
yeah.
instrument or playing music, it's getting yourself, you know, like how when they say like you're in the zone when
Mhm.
you're drawing,
Mhm.
that is also a form of meditation. So if you're drawing and you're in the flow of things and everything, that is a form of meditation.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's okay, so for me it's weird because when I quote unquote meditate, I do get into this like flow state that's feels different when I'm drawing. It's like I'm
Mm-hmm.
going on a little journey. Sometimes when I'm
Mm-hmm.
drawing, I'm mostly actually focused on what I'm doing. But when I'm meditating, I'm like, well, I'm not trying to do an action right now. So I sometimes go on a little journey. And sometimes I learn things and it's cool. Sometimes I fall asleep and I don't remember shit.
Oh yeah, dream meditation type thing, or like where you do a meditation that like brings you into sleep.
Mhm.
Like I love those.
Bruh, no, I'll be just doing a normal meditation and I will fall asleep sometimes if it's too long. I don't know why. I'm like not fully, but I'll be like nodding off like
Yeah. I think one of the very first times I tried to do that meditation thing of where like you sit still,
yeah.
it was a guided meditation
Hmm.
of like something to do with like rocks in your bag or something. I'll have to find it.
Hmm.
But it was actually really nice because they said like you're carrying a really heavy backpack
Hmm.
and they wanted you to basically stop and visualize that along the way like you're getting rid of rocks like in your backpack. And at the end of the
Oh.
meditation, it's that feeling of lightness because
Oh.
you've unloaded all the things you've been carrying, and that
Hmm.
could be like your trauma, it could be just the stress throughout the week.
Hmm.
It's whatever it is that you
We're
what's that
carrying.
word,
Hmm.
um like whatever it is that the image or the meaning that you imprinted on those rocks.
Mm.
The whole point of it was to unburden yourself, and Like I loved that one.
Yes,
I loved that one.
I like that a lot actually. I've seen a lot of meditations where it does a similar thing. It's like you grab all the stress from the day and you can put it in a box or something like that, and you imagine the box like getting rid of it, and then you open the box and it's clear or something like that. And it's like, okay, there's a lot of things that are like transmuting the energy or getting rid of that
Mhm.
energy. Um,
So
and it's
transmuting is basically taking one thing and turning it into something else for like
yeah,
a different outcome.
the one I was thinking of was you put the negative energy in and it comes out as positive energy. That's why I said transmuting.
Yes, I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
now I understand you. I got you
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
I don't understand the transmutation. Like that almost sounds like the freaking vanishing cabinet in Harry Potter. Like you put something in and now it's gone. It's like where's the transmutation come in? I'm not understanding. Like it's just
I did.
gone.
I skipped the part where you come out where it comes out as golden light or a rainbow or some shit. Okay, because it sounded silly.
But yeah, if you want that meditation, I will totally send it to you because I
Yes.
think it's worth doing at least once. I think it was lovely. Like I
Yeah.
loved that experience.
Yeah, I'd love to get that one. That sounds really nice. I do like a lot of meditations. I don't always like. I can't like memorize any of them. Sadly, my brain is not there for that. But sometimes it's nice to go back and listen to some of them.
Oh yeah, I only do guided. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for all that. I just do guided
Mhm.
or I just listen to music. I'll either sing, I'll dance, I'll do both, and
Oh,
I
I
just let myself
love
flow.
singing and dancing. Oh, dancing's a
I can
good
buy
one.
myself flowers.
Yeah, dancing's a good one for like spiritual stuff for me. I love
Yeah, it is.
dancing.
Especially as a way to also get in that feminine flowy energy as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
Is what do they call it? Some somatic movement. I can't. But basically, like
Mhm.
you use your hips a lot. You're using your hips
Oh,
and your arms to direct the energy around you,
yeah,
to
that's a good
manipulate the
one.
energy around you.
That's a
I
good
love it.
one. Yeah, I don't do that stuff enough. I should do singing and dancing more because I really love those.
Oh yeah, I have a playlist specifically to get into my feminine energy.
I have a meditation one, but I don't know about specifically getting into my feminine energy. Wait, you told me this, didn't you? I think you did. I think you told
I
me you have
maybe
a yeah, I think you
But yeah,
told me you had a
definitely like
playlist.
make a playlist. Like make a playlist for a specific mood
Hmm.
and put music in there that kind of like sparks that mood.
Yeah, I need to do that more. I have a few that are kind of like that, but I do need to make more playlists. I kind of just vibe. I kind of just listen to whatever.
Sad. Alrighty, you want to go take a break now?
Yes. Oh my God, it's almost 4:30. Okay. Be right back, guys.
All right. Yeah, I'll BRB on mine too.
Okay, now I've turned stream back on. Hello. Hi, Epi. How are you doing? Oh, God. GG. Stop rubbing against the mic.
Gigi's all like, hello.
Yeah, he's like, this is my stream now, actually.
I'm the captain now.
Everyone will pet me.
I'm the Twitch star now.
I'm petting him so hard he's sliding backwards slightly and he's trying to hold on. He's like, this is not a problem. I just am losing balance. Oh, alright. Where on earth were we?
Let's see. We wrapped up with the historical uses, and we were gonna come back into, well, we kind of already talked about the ethics.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually go into modern situations.
Yeah.
Love spells, and then get into love spells or self-love spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I should have made more coffee, honestly. Okay.
Oh yes, I finally got stuff for my matcha latte. I was very, very happy this morning.
Yay. Alright, so we're on modern situations.
Yeah, modern situations that would call for a love spell. Like what could we use a love spell for, since we talked about like what it was used like before and how it wouldn't exactly be relevant to today?
Mm-hmm.
What is some situations we could use a love spell now?
I'm not good at this per se, but mostly for like if you're already in a relationship or as an attraction spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So mostly glamours and I don't know what the relationship strengthening ones would be called.
Basically, oh hi. A relationship strengthening spell is basically like, you know how a couple renews their vows, or they kind of do these declarations of love on like their anniversary days. That in itself is a form of relationship strengthening, but you can do specifically a working. They sell candles now that actually have in like the shape of two people in an embrace, or you can use two people together. It's basically doing a love spell with the intention to like start a new chapter in your life, in your guys' relationship, or to strengthen your bond together. Like we got through our first year, like let's like this is what we want to bring in, is we want to bring in happiness and joy and abundance and clear communication so that we can keep being a strong couple. Like basically it's like a way to strengthen your relationship and call in those energies that you want to bring to your relationship.
I like that. I like that. Like kind of like not really setting goals, but this is what we would like to bring in or focus on. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like focus on working on. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I love. That's actually something I plan to do in the shop soon. I have to get the materials for it because I'm rolling things out slowly. But we will be making spell candles. That was one of the ones, and basically the spell candles are going to be like they're already done, like they already have herbs in it, they have the oils in it, whatever it is for the intention. All you got to do is light it, like that's it. It will come ready to go straight out of the box. You don't have to do anything special with it. It's ready to go.
Okay, cool.
But relationship strengthening was one that we have on our to-do list.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when the day you get married, you can do a relationship strengthening spell. When you guys when you get married, depending on also like what religion you are, what traditions you do, you can utilize, you know, like how like a couple, a lot of times, I'm trying to think of something like everyone would know of, like in a when you get married, the couple usually lights a unity candle. So they have like one couple or one person has one candle, the other person has another candle, and if they're two separate, and then they light a bigger one in the middle to unite them together, and like to, it's basically like solidifying their union together. That in itself you can use as a love spell working.
I mean, honestly, that already sounds like a spell, kind of, without them realizing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what we also talked about earlier, is just the act of putting rose petals on your bed. That is also inviting love. It's inviting romance and passion. It's inviting all of these really nice things that we want in our relationships. Another situation you can use for a love spell is what?
Hi Ty. Ty just rated.
Oh, okay.
Hi Ty Galaxy, how was your stream? Let me shout them out. You can continue. It's okay. If anything, I can mute.
I just didn't know if you do anything like special for like raidies or anything like that, so I was gonna let you do that.
Yeah, I just asked them how their hi SSB. I just asked them how their stream went and what were you doing? Art? Would you like to share any of your art, Ty? Because technically I'm in the art category still anyway. I'm sorry, we interrupted.
Oh, I didn't realize oh damn, I put my category this whole time in tarot.
Oh.
It was supposed to be just chatting. It never saved.
Bruh, I feel you on that. That's how I felt when I realized I didn't have music playing this whole time. I was like, falls to knees.
It's Uranus. That's what I'm blaming it on. We don't have really any planets in retrograde right now, but like Uranus is up there messing things up.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just it's disruptive.
Yeah, and unexpected.
Disruptive.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those would be situations I could see using a love spell in.
Mm-hmm.
In like modern reasons of like why you would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely again with consent. Already in a mutual relationship with them. If this kind of can tie into the next topic, which is self-love spells. Using a love spell to call in the person you're looking for, not a specific person,
but a type of person. Yes. Yeah, like
so like
writing
down. Yeah, like writing down what do you want in a person. You want them to be kind. You want them to be open to trying like new foods with you, going traveling with you. Someone who is a good communicator, someone who is especially emotionally mature. I definitely want that. But yeah, use a love spell to call in your person, to call in the type of person you would like in a relationship instead of a specific person.
Sorry, I'm multitasking, I feel like. I was like trying to figure out what I'm working on and also reading Ty's message, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
You're good.
My brain.
I have been given offerings. Yeah, they are.
Offerings.
Thank you, love.
I've been
given offerings.
Was it a snack?
It is fish sticks.
Oh, okay. Nice.
God, I haven't had fish sticks in a long time. But my brother was out there eating them, and I'm just like, oh, give me one. And I tasted it. I'm like, oh, that's good. You should make me some. And so Spike made me some.
Aw, that's cute.
Today is the birthday week. Like my birthday week has started, so like they have to do what I say now.
All right, and
I got a Valentine's Day cookie. I got a matcha latte. I got fish sticks. Life is good.
Good.
Life is good.
Good.
There goes the rose again.
On fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I had wanted to mention when we were talking about them lighting the candles together is just like how people can kind of do spells without realizing it's kind of a spell, because they're setting an intention for something and doing a little action. You know,
and it's uniting. You guys are uniting, each other. You're bringing both of your lives into one. You're you're bringing not just your lives together and uniting your lives, but just yourselves as a couple.
Yeah. You're oh shit.
Mine was hilarious.
What?
Mine was hilarious because I technically I've gotten married twice to the same person.
How?
That's what I'm gonna say. Technically, I've been quote unquote married to the same person, but only one of those times was legal.
Oh.
So when, because I've been with Spike since we were like in high school, right? Like we've been together since we were kids.
Yeah.
For one of our classes, I think I want to say it was, how does it go? It's like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Right? I have no clue. I was homeschooled. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I think that's how it was. I think it's supposed to be like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So I think sophomore year was like grade 10. We were in a class together, and this class was literally one of our favorite teachers. She absolutely, all of the teachers adored us, but like she extra adored us. But like our teachers loved how cute we were. They actually, like one of the teachers we had, our biology teacher, got us hockey tickets, like lower seat hockey tickets to like our favorite team. Oh. It was the best thing ever because that was one of our first dates. Like he took me to a hockey game as like one of our first dates.
Oh.
And he got me all into hockey because I really don't like sports, but hockey, abso-freaking-lutely. I love hockey very much. But the season tickets that his parents had was always like up in the nosebleeds, like the very, very top row, right? So this teacher thought we were so freaking adorable. They got these tickets for a Valentine's Day game that they weren't interested. They knew we were fans and gave them to me and Spike. So we actually got to go to a Valentine's Day game in lower seats. It was absolutely magnificent.
Oh, that's cute.
During this time, we were also in another class that was family living, and it was family living and child development. And they used to call them something else, but like home ec or something.
Yeah,
I think they used to be called.
Yeah.
Like in family living, it was basically from meeting someone and dating all the way. Like they took you through dating, engagement, marriage, divorce, finances, like buying your first home, like things like that. It was a really, really cool class.
Yeah.
I love that class. I love that teacher. She also taught the child development class, and that was where you get like the fake baby to raise.
Yeah. That used to be called home ec for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I everyone else hated it, but I loved it. Like I felt like everyone's looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Because I was having such a good time in this. Like I'll stay on topic, but anyway, in this family living class, one of the stages was marriage, because after you go dating and then engagement and then marriage. One of the quote unquote class assignments was we were gonna put on a fake wedding. And the entire class nominated me and Spike to be the bride and groom.
Oh my god.
And so it's like, oh, okay. So like we actually had to, like, with the class, put together a fake wedding.
Oh my god.
This was done in front of the school.
Okay.
I literally brought everyone into the gym on the bleachers to be here for this fake wedding.
What the fuck?
And also, like, I think it should go without saying, but I don't think this was received very well, because that was actually, we were the last ones to do that. We were the first ones to do it, but we were the last ones to do it. I think a lot of the parents complained about it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they saw it as like inappropriate. Like, why are we having child marriage at school? Like, that's not...
when you put it like that, yeah.
It was fun. I had time. Like, I got to wear a dress. I had my hair done and everything. But one of those things in the wedding was lighting that candle. So when me and Spike actually got married for real, we actually just ended up just going to the courthouse and just doing it there. And it's like, we had, like, that was our big wedding, was doing it in front of the
god.
So we basically went like, oh man, we're saving our money. Like, we're gonna go to Vegas and stuff. So we went to the courthouse, got done, signed the paper, walked out, went to go out to eat at like a barbecue restaurant, and then we went to freaking Laughlin for like our honeymoon.
Oh my god.
So good. But that was one of the things we did in that quote unquote fake wedding, was the candle thing. And mine, I'm so glad nobody recorded this, because this was so embarrassing. So after we lit the candles, like I had mine, he had his, we lit the big one, and then we put them back into the holders. And I sat there trying to blow mine out like 4 times because I was so freaking nervous and anxious. I couldn't blow the candle out, so I just trying to blow it out. And then when I finally did, I accidentally blew out the Unity one too. I'm like, oh my god, and then we had to go through fake divorce.
Oh my god. Yeah, I see how this wasn't received well. They're like, oh man, my kid's going to get married, divorced, everything in high
Oh, yeah,
school.
his mother hated it. Like my family adores him and loves him. Like
Hmm.
my dad called it from day one. Like that was my person.
Hmm.
Like literally from day one. He was like, and also he just always made this joke. I think I've said it before on stream where I've told you,
Hmm.
where like he met Spike and then he was all like, oh, he's a good kid. And I'm like, yeah, isn't he great? And then he looks at me and he goes, well, why is he with you? I'm like, wow, okay.
Damn.
Like it wasn't like bad or anything. Like anyone's just like, oh my god, that's so horrible. It's like, no, that was my dad's humor. Like I promise, it was not malicious in any way, shape, or form. That was my dad's humor. But yeah, he looks at me like, well, why is he with you? Like that makes no sense.
That's fucked up. Hi, little brat. Little bat
Yeah,
brat.
we got to do the candle thing at the fake wedding, and we still ended up married with kids. So there's got to be something in there for that.
Have you guys done like one of those reunion things? Because I would love to see everyone's face when they realize you're still married. And you
vow
got married
renewal to like school reunion.
School reunion.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because I was just like, I just was like, man,
never ever go back to that school ever again. I don't want anything to do with anybody there. He's on the same page with me. We have had teachers reach out to us, and of course, like they've seen us on Facebook. Like,
yeah, okay.
They knew exactly that. Like so many people already knew. Like we were gonna end up married. Now we were gonna last. That's
what I'm saying. Is like, damn.
Everyone knew. Like, oh yeah, these two are getting married for sure.
Yeah. But so for you to have lasted and had kids.
So as of this year, 16 years together, and we'll be 9 years married.
Oh my god. That's fucking wild. That's wild because I'm like, we're not that old, but we're not that old.
Yeah, the thing is the running joke between us is people actually think I have done something on him.
Yeah,
It's like no, I haven't. And there's even been times where we kind of feed into it and he jokes around saying like, oh yeah, like she puts spells on me like all the time. It's all like, well, I have to say that I did, because if you say you did, then that means you're aware of it, and the whole point of it is you're not supposed to be aware of it, remember? It's like hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh my god.
We have fun with it though. We have fun with it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I have been accused before of putting like a love spell on him. It's like, why are you accusing me of putting a love spell on him? And I'm just like, I don't know, like that's such a long time. It's like, it could just be like, two people are in love. Like it's like, I know, weird concept, right?
Yeah, that's a weird concept to have for real.
We'll say for sure, I don't think I would survive in today's dating pool. I don't think I could.
You're so used to being in a relationship. I totally get it. I don't think I would either.
It's just people are freaking scary now. Like I've already had like almost 2 decades invested in this, and now I have to start over.
That's true.
Like fuck you.
That is true. I totally get that.
I don't understand it anymore. Like I see like these I see these Tinder horror stories. I see all of these like especially like the people that are on TikTok of like going on dates and stuff like that. I'm just staring there like, what is going on? I mean, like, there's this one guy that showed up to his date, and he showed up with a fully planned calendar for the month of the things that they were gonna do. It was a first date.
Damn. No, but I was gonna say I because I started dating my partner when I was like 15 or 16. I look at people that are dating as adults and I'm like, I don't understand how this works. Like y'all don't know each other, and then you go through this quote unquote talking phase that took me a long time to learn what the fuck that meant. But you're not in a relationship yet, and it's just bouncing around. I'm like, this is so weird. I just like, we were friends and then we started dating, and that's all I know how to do. All I know how to do.
I didn't even go like that. Mine didn't even go like that.
Well, how did yours go? Wait, no, I remember.
Do you remember? It was basically like we were at school and we were hanging out a lot, and I went to his house, and we were kind of talking about it, but like we never, like no one ever asked the other one out. I wish I actually should bring him in here to tell a story. He loves to tell a story, but he tells it wrong, so I'm gonna do it. Because the way he tells it is he makes it sound like I came on so freaking aggressive, and it's like it wasn't even that bad. But basically, because I thought like, well, we're friends, right? So it's like I asked him for his phone number. I was the very first person to ask him for his phone number.
Wow, the very first person.
He no, I mean, like, I made the first step because it's like I saw him, like, the moment I saw him, because I actually had a dream about him before I met him.
Yes, I remember that shit. Yeah, that's really spooky.
Yeah, he did not take that well when I told him that. He thought I was crazy.
No one would. No one would. Even Spike. He didn't take that well.
Yeah, he didn't take that well, but I was just like, I had a dream about you, and I'm just like looking at him, and he's just like, okay.
Thank you for the hydrate, Beachy.
Okay. So yeah, I actually had a dream about him before I met him. So when I saw him at school, I was like, oh my God. Like this is, and me, my delusional Pisces ass was like, this is fate, this is destiny. And I went over there and trying to play it cool as my autistic ass can play it. Asked him for his phone number. He gave me his phone number. And I went to call him that day. And it was a number to like the newspaper, like the public or the local newspaper or something like that. And I went to school the next day. He says I came at him and I was really upset about it. And I said, no, I wasn't, because I was trying to I was trying to pretend like it didn't bother me because I wanted to call him and I had to wait a whole ass day to go and talk to him again because I was super into him. And I came in and I'm just like, you know that the phone number you gave me, you know that's to like the newspaper, right? And he goes, what? And I'm just like, yeah, you know, and then I went, you know, if you didn't want to give me your number, you know, you could have just said so, it's fine. And he's just like, that is my number. And I'm just like, well, it sent me to like a newspaper like company or something. And he's just like, what number did you dial? And then I showed him I told him the number I dialed, and he goes, those aren't 4s, those are 9s. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I went ahead and hung out with him. I called him that day. We were talking on the phone. And it just kind of continued like that for a little while because we met in August. We started dating in like September.
That's a good story about communication, because that could have gone completely south. Damn.
And he's a Virgo. He's like ruled by the planet of communication.
That is like no. I'm saying like if you hadn't been like, hey, what's up with this? He would have just thought you never called. And I'm like, damn, this is a lesson in communication.
Well, so to be fair, he thought I was crazy too, because he's just like, what did you dial? Like, what do you want? So anyway, I went ahead and called him. It kind of started like that for a while. Again, met in August, like mid-August, and we were dating by like the end of September. But when we got to that point, I had already been to his house. I had already met his mom. His parents met my parents, and I went to his house for the first time, and he kissed me, and that was our first kiss. And we didn't really talk about it like for like a week or so after that. I think we just didn't know really what to do with that. And the next thing you know, we were standing there outside, and it was like recess time. And I looked at him, and I'm just like, so, because I'm waiting for him to like ask me out, right? Because that was like that was a phrase back then, was like, you know, oh, ask him out. Ask him out. I was waiting for him to ask me out, and he never did. So I'm like, is he like, what's going on? And also up to that point, he would actually share his lunch with me. Like he would come to school with like a sandwich and Oreos and chips and stuff. He would always share Oreos with me. And that's also where we make the joke that like I was like the stray cat he fed and now he can't get rid of me. Because he would literally sit down at the table, get his lunch out, and immediately like divide the Oreos between me and him.
That's cute.
And it was just a completely unspoken thing. He just started doing it.
That's so cute.
And then slowly it turned into me starting to sneak bites of his sandwich, and then eventually just taking the sandwich.
Damn. You were the
like,
stray cat.
This is mine. That's what I said. I was basically the stray cat. He fed, now he can't get rid of me.
Oh my god.
So, we're standing there outside, and it's kind of awkward now. And I'm looking at him, and he's kind of looking at me. He's like, what? And I'm just like, so, and he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, so does this mean we're like dating now? Like, are we together? Or
oh my god.
He just goes like, I guess. And
Oh
I'm just
my-
like, okay. And it's just been like that. It's like ever
that is the most teenage story right there.
It's literally like, so are we dating now? I guess. Okay.
Literally, like, no, but I get that. I get that. Mine was similar, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know how real dating works. I really fucking don't. It's like,
Yeah,
we started there.
Yeah, I don't think if I used these same tactics as an adult, I don't think they would have been received very well. Like, can you imagine going out on a date with somebody and they just start taking your food and being like, give me your phone number?
I'd say they had a dream about you.
Yeah, I had a dream. Like, I literally told him too. Like, eventually got to a point where I told him, I'm like, I had a dream about you. And he goes, oh, yeah? I'm like, yeah, I had a dream about you before we got together. And he goes, oh, that's kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get married. I'm gonna have your babies. And he just goes, okay.
Okay.
He's just like, okay.
Damn, just along for the ride.
Yeah, he just did not question anything. And
Yeah, that doesn't fly as an adult. That doesn't.
well, the thing is, he loves to tell people he's like, well, she's saying all of these things, like why, like I can give so many reasons of why I was into him, like why did I even pursue him in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
And people ask him like, what did you like? What was your feelings? What was your thought process going? Because you know you don't really say much during this whole entire story. What is your thought process of going through all of this? And it was always the same of, oh, she scared me.
Actually bullied into it.
Yeah, he's basically like, no, she scared me, and I like basically he says he said he's into women that can kick his ass. So
valid. That adds up. That all adds up now. Yep.
so kind of like Carlac, it's all like big muscle mommy. It's all like, yeah, I like a woman that could kick my ass.
Oh my god.
It's his type. So yeah, he went for the freaking spiciest Latina he could find.
Damn. That makes sense. It all adds up now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a woman that can kick my ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just goes with things that like he has actually been able to see me grow as a practitioner. He's actually got to see starting from my teeny tiny little altar, my very, very Wicca themed altar, into what it has become now. He's watched me grow as a practitioner, doing new things. He's watched me do different workings, and like I love that I've been able to share that with him. But it's also just even more hilarious because people like I will ask him like, "Aren't you scared she's gonna do a spell on you or something?" And he goes, "No." if she does, oh wow.
Oh wow.
He just kind of shrugs and he's just like, meh.
He just goes along with it, man. The man just goes with the
He
flow.
is. Like everyone talks about like with scary dog privilege, like they talk about their Doberman boyfriends and pit bull boyfriends and Rottweiler boyfriends and all this. It's like I have a Saint Bernard. I have a Saint Bernard and I love it.
Oh my god.
Like literally, I've owned a Saint Bernard, so definitely valid because it's like if I like when you have a Saint Bernard, like you can literally just tussle with him and just like roll him over, push him over, and they'll just lay there like, okay.
They're just big babies. I got it.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, they're the hugest babies, but they're equally the biggest freaking lap dogs. They're not supposed to be lap dogs, but in their mind, yes, they are.
Yeah. I've had many dogs that think they're lap dogs, but they're huge. Yeah. Very good dogs, though. Very loving. But people are like, "This is scary." I'm like, "No, they're baby.
They are baby."
They're baby.
Let's see.
Do we have something else on the list?
I think we were just supposed to end with self-love spells, but it's all like we can ask if anybody's got any questions.
You've done it. You're also doing one tomorrow. It's good to tell people.
Yes.
You're doing one on stream tomorrow.
Yep. I'm doing a self-love tomorrow. It is my sun return tomorrow, aka my birthday. So not only will I be doing a Q&A about like getting to know me, and if you want to have questions about my practice, about witchcraft in general, I will be doing that. And also on stream, I will be, and you can follow along with me, or you can just open your energy to accepting. But I will be doing a self-love spell, not just for me, but also people who would like to be a part of it. So it's gonna be fun. It's supposed to be very, very gentle, very chill, very just overall that boost of confidence, acceptance, attracting, because Venus doesn't go retrograde this year. Like, this is the year to find your person or to improve already established relationships or even friendships and business partnerships. But if you're looking for your person, like, I am going to be adding that to the spell that I'm going to be doing on stream, is to boost that confidence and to highlight your best traits about you, help you with what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like clear the way for like your intention of, like, if you're looking for a specific person, kind of clearing the way of those blockages that will guide you to that person or guide them to you. And definitely some beauty, some glamour in there, but it's mostly going to be centered around healing that image of yourself, that self-esteem, and healing and getting that confidence, like harnessing that inner confidence and
I need some of that,
going out
honestly.
and getting. Huh?
I need some of that, honestly, the inner confidence. Definitely could use some of that.
Yeah, yeah, it will be tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. 8:30. That's a good time. It's at 7:30 for me.
Some followers are probably confused right now because I'm live right now, and normally I don't go live until Fridays and Saturdays at like 8:30. I went live today at 3:00 in the afternoon on a random Thursday.
Yeah. We could have. Now that I think about it, we could have adjusted the time. I didn't think about it.
Oh, I was going off of your schedule.
That's true. This is my schedule. Yes, this is normal for me. I think a lot of people are like also like. I think a lot of people are overwhelmed by the amount of content we've been talking about. That's about like witchy stuff. None of my witches are here.
I just figured I would save this as a VOD and people can go watch it.
Yes, I was also thinking of saving this. I mean, it's usually saved as a VOD, but I was like, I think I'll archive it on YouTube, so it won't. I'll have it forever. until YouTube explodes again.
Hear me out. Turn the entire stream into a highlight, and it will never be deleted.
Oh, true. I've seen those.
And that's what I do for like either specific parts of my stream, like the trivia night. I will highlight it because those don't ever delete. So if I want to keep a stream, then I just use it, like I'll publish it as a full stream, highlight the part that I want, and then I just save it on there and it won't ever get deleted. So it's like the stream will get deleted, but the highlight won't.
Really? That's weird. I should try that.
That's how I've been using it.
I didn't know that they never get deleted. Well, I didn't know I guess I didn't think about it, because I was like, I know they don't get deleted, it's like I didn't realize how long you could make it, but then I was like, I did my subathon one, and I don't think that one's ever gotten deleted, and it's gigantic, so yeah, I guess I could do that.
I think the longest stream I did was like 6.5 hours.
I think the subathon one I did was probably like, I don't know, 18. I don't know.
My God.
I earned more because I think I stayed up that time. I stayed up the whole night. Tried to do a 24-hour. I think I did do 24 hours, but I don't know if I clipped the whole stream.
I couldn't do it. No way.
It's not as bad as you think. Like, if you used to stay up as a kid sometimes, as a teenager all night, it just feels weird. And then you're happy when you get to go to bed. But that intense sleepiness does go away. What happened to my music?
Well, I have kids. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have to sleep because if I don't, I will regret it. I need to like, it's basically you need to sleep when they sleep.
Yeah, valid.
They're gonna keep like my daughter, for example. She on average gets 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, so you gotta take it where you can get it.
Me and my spouse, we have to tag team constantly to keep up with her.
God.
Like today, because it was his turn last night. He's like running on like 3 hours of sleep right now.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's not fun. So if you don't have kids, please cherish your naps in my honor. Like, please take a nap in my name. Pour one out for me. Just go take a nap. Cherish your naps.
I'm always just here to support, even though I don't know what's going on. And then you have an emote that I don't know that didn't work. Sadly, I'm very sad about because I'm sure I would have liked it. Never having kids, so I got you the nap. Yeah, probably same here.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like, I don't think there's any reason that, like, me personally, there's no reason to have kids right now. There really isn't.
No.
The economy sucks. The world's kind of in the toilet right now, and it's just like there is no reason. So
yeah, Valid.
If you don't have kids, trust me, you're not missing out. It's fine.
You're not missing out.
Technically, it's not fine, but you know what I mean?
In fact, nothing is fine, but still.
Not fine. Oh, speaking of, that was actually something we talked about last night that I really, really loved and I would love to share, if it's okay. The one I told you about with Lady Sankova, about how she said she's actually happy the world is burning.
Oh,
Do you remember?
Did you tell me that, or was it in a video? The video you sent me.
I sent you the video, and I thought I mentioned it last night when we were doing our pre-session. But basically what they meant by this was they were happy the world is on fire, because the way they see it is like the wildfires of the Serengeti and like the volcanoes in like Hawaii and on the islands. Because after the fires comes the rebirth. Things must be destroyed in order to be reborn. And they said that right now, we have seen before our eyes since 2020 is the destruction of the system we have always been a part of, and allowing it to be torn down so that something new and better and beautiful can be reborn.
Man,
and that
helps
me so much, because I used to be really, really bad at doom scrolling to the point like it was impacting my mental health.
Oh, I stopped that a long time ago. I was like, listen, I don't need to know if it's going to make me want to not be here. So I was like, I don't need to know. I try really hard not to intake too much that it's going to make me feel awful.
Definitely, like, yeah. And the thing is, you can even say the same thing in witchcraft. Like, there was a recent situation that this happened. It wasn't with me, but like some group I was a part of, where because we kind of mentioned spiritual psychosis a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to step back, and not everything is a sign. Sometimes it is a coincidence.
Yes.
But you are going to be running yourself into, like, running in circles or literally headfirst into spiritual psychosis if you are not careful. And taking breaks from your practice does not make you any less of a practitioner.
Yes.
It allows you to clear your head, recharge your energy, refocus your energy, and allows you to come back when you're ready. If you're ready, if you do want to come back, it allows you to come back with a clear mind and with clear intention. Because so many people think, like, and it is a practice, like it's consistency and it is devotion. But the thing is you don't have to treat it like we've been conditioned under our capitalistic society where your production is equal to your worth. Valid. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So if you need to take a break for your own mental health, doing whether it's reading and learning, whether it's doing workings, or just being in the space at all, like, definitely take a step back. It's okay. But that was one thing that I had to learn when I was really, really bad at doom scrolling back in like 2020. And it helped me just change my way of thinking about it, is like, in order for all of this to be brought down, or in order for all this to change, it needs to be brought down.
That's a good way to look at it. I hope that's true. I hope that happens, because it...
Oh, I believe it.
Even
outside of an astrological standpoint of like looking at the astrology of it, even outside of that, you can feel there's a sense of change around things. You can feel that things are different. We are seeing karmic return come back faster than ever. We're seeing things that would have probably been gotten away with like a few years ago.
True.
There is no tolerance for it anymore.
That's true.
And especially, like, if there's one thing that reignited me recently when I was starting to feel a little hopeless, was the boycotts are working, especially with what's going on overseas right now. Boycotts are working.
Yeah, I saw a post about that. Yeah. And I was like, wow,
and
okay.
We are changing a system that always told us we couldn't.
That's valid.
Like, how is one going to look at that and not think that there is change on the horizon?
Oh, that's true. That is true. I haven't thought... I honestly don't spend a lot of time thinking about it because it can be so heavy. But that is true. Yeah. I do hope that everything will be... I don't know, reborn, I suppose, is the word.
Oh yeah, this year is going to be different for sure. Like, especially now that Pluto is sitting in Aquarius.
Oh, yeah. Is this the Aquarian age that people are always talking about is about to come? Is that what this is?
People started
Astrologically?
talking. Yeah, I was gonna say people started talking about it's the age of Aquarius like 2 years ago.
Okay, I was like, no, I've been hearing that like for like they were talking about it coming for like since I was a kid. I was like, I don't know when it actually came. If it came, what the fuck that meant?
Oh yeah, it's here now, but especially like February
okay.
9th tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pluto has left Capricorn,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we had that Pluto Kazini
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
where that it's like it was basically the Sun and Pluto were conjunct, but Pluto was in two different signs on the same day. So like earlier that day, Pluto was conjunct with the Sun in Capricorn, and later that night it was in Aquarius.
Oh. Pluto's doing a lot
And
of
that
things.
is because of how slow Pluto moves. It's a generational planet. So like for millennials, their Plutos on their natal charts will be in Scorpio. And for Gen Z, their Pluto will be in Sagittarius.
I don't remember where mine is then. It's definitely not in Scorpio, I think. I don't remember. Fuck.
Were you born before 97?
Yes.
It's in Scorpio.
Ah! Okay, valid. Fine. It's like it's in Scorpio.
It's in Scorpio.
Yeah, I was like,
But that's why a lot of our generation, like especially like millennials, that's why we are all about like seeking information and knowledge, and why a lot of us have become very spiritual is because of that aspect. Because Pluto is intensity. Pluto is also about the hidden secrets, spirituality, and the occult. Like that's why a lot of our generation, you started to see this reignite of all of this spirituality and people going back to quote unquote the old ways. And then Gen Z is all about that fire energy of, you know, being, well, one, they really don't give a shit for a lot of things, and they have zero tolerance for a lot of the generations that came before. But they're about to get spanked by Gen Alpha, so I'm enjoying this. Because I'm a millennial with a Gen Z sibling that I'm raising a Gen Alpha children, so I am loving this for me. But yeah, a lot of Gen Z, they have the ambition, they have a lot of the action that go along with that fire sign. But they also have that that focus of Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is the hunter, it's the archer, and it's that pursuit of goals. And it's that pursuit of ambitions, and it's also the pursuit of change as well. Now we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is about humanitarianism, as well as what is going to be progressive and innovative for the collective. What is going to be revolutionary for the betterment and progress of the collective.
Oh man,
and that's going to be there for the next the next 20 years.
Well,
so yeah.
Hopefully that fucking does something, because we need some of that. God damn.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know if you were at the stream I had like towards the end of the year. Like I was super hyped for this because it's like I felt the change coming, and I was so excited. And then I found out the new moon is tomorrow on my freaking birthday.
Yeah.
And that's also I'm launching my shop, and so like I am aligned for greatness. Yes, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Also with this new moon and I cannot speak. This new moon that will be tomorrow. The theme that you guys experienced for 2021 will be repeated and will be kind of the theme of the day, but it'll go one of two ways. Because it will be a repeat. It's basically almost like a second chance. So wherever you were in 2021,
oh god,
there will be a repeat of this, and giving you a chance to take what you've learned since 2021 and what can you do differently. Are you going to make that breakthrough and basically get catapulted into success? Or did you not learn anything? You didn't do the work, you're not prepared for it, and now you got to wait until the next opportunity.
I'm probably not prepared. The self-confidence is not confidencing.
I'm tired for all this transformation. I'm
tired.
I
was like, oh my god. I was like, not 2021, Lord.
Oh yeah, like I try to time a lot of things that I do on the days I do under the moon phases. But also like I have life path that I have and I follow that helps me prepare for the months ahead.
Life
But
path?
also yes, I'll have to talk to you about that life path report. I won't take up any more the stream time.
Okay.
But I'll definitely talk about that tomorrow if you want me to, or we could just talk about it in private after the stream. But I have a life path report. I do astrology, the moon phases, and sometimes depending, I'll do the day of the week. But I'm really excited for this one because I'm launching my shop tomorrow under the new moon, and where I was at in 2021. That I am basically like invoking this breakthrough. That was actually the very first time I launched my shop before. That was my first attempt, was 2021.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And this is very aligned.
That's what I said. Like 2021 was the very first time I tried to launch my shop. It was really good for about 6 or 7 months, and then it just fell off, and eventually to the point I couldn't do it anymore. And then we ended up moving, and I took a 2-year hiatus. Took all of this time to, think about it, Oh, hi! I don't have face right now. It's just our little PNG tubers, and you get a cute little title card right now.
Oh, hi.
That's my mother. My mother is here. Hi, Mom! Yep, she watches my streams. Hi, Mom!
Okay, hi.
So in 2021 was the very first time I launched my shop, and it had like this little spurt of success, and then it just died. And it's like I didn't know what I did wrong, but it's like no matter what I did, it's like I couldn't get past that blockage. And it got to the point where it's like maybe I'm just not meant to have this. But I never really gave up on it in my mind. I always saw myself trying again. So that is what I've done for this year, because I was supposed to launch last month. And just so there were so many things and so many obstacles in my way in January. I took this as a way, and I consulted with my spirit team that maybe it wasn't meant to be in January. Eventually got to the point where I started making these connections of, oh my God, the new moon, my son returned my birthday, Pluto's in Aquarius, 2021 is the first time I launched my shop, and then we have breakthroughs going on right now, and it's just like, I have ascended.
Man, I gotta learn astrology sometime, but I don't know if I could do all of that planning. That's a lot. That's so much to think about.
But it freaking works. If you want to be like, I'll give you guys a shortcut though. I'll give you a shortcut. And you don't have to do this. I'm not plugging this in as like an advertisement or like a promo for somebody, but it's just like this is what I'm using right now. Is outside of astrology. If you don't understand astrology very much, get a life path report.
Yes, what is that mean? What does that mean?
It's basically a mix of astrology, but it's from the Book of Destiny. I'll give you the website for you. Get the website for you. I think it's like $25 for the 1 year. So it's from your birthday of this year to 1 year next year, but you can add on to that because I have one that is plus 7 years. So it's basically from my birthday this year until my birthday next year. So from 2024 to 2025, from now until next year. And then I have 7 years later of where I'll be 7 years later. But you can get this every year. And basically it uses a card system and it uses astrology in it as well. It explains everything in there, but you have like a birth card, and then it'll go through your phases. Like right now, where is my life path report? I'll actually skim over
Okay, I was confused because I was like, life path is like a numerology thing to me, so I was like, what is a life path report?
Hold on, I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so it has explains what the card is. So like I have a planetary ruling card. It tells me the important events, auspicious events that'll happen this year. I have my birth card in here. Where's my phases at? There we go. And then I have my planetary periods. So like right now, from my birthday tomorrow until April 1st will be my Mercury period. And then from April to May is my Venus. And it goes like Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Okay. So each...
And then the card... Yeah, and then the cards correspond with that as well.
So each part
So
of the
like,
year has a planet it's going to be based around.
and the energy and the influence of that.
I forgot this bracelet.
Where's the one for right now? But yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it. Like, I think it's like $25. I could be wrong, but I think it is $25.
That's not too bad.
Where's this at? I'm trying to find. I should have highlighted it. But I was gonna read. Also it has affirmations in it too, which I love. There's also on that same website that I'll give you. There's also soul contract reports of basically, and you can use this not just for just like your lovers, but you can use this with your friends as well. But it's basically getting into like what are the details of your connection? Like, what is the purpose of your connection? So, and mine, I love the one I have with Spike because I am both his karmic lesson as well as his karmic reward, and I love that for me.
Oh, wow.
It comes with affirmations, and I love it. Like, I recognize the power that I have, like, because of, like, my Mars affects him very heavily, and both, like, I piss him off, but also, like, I also amp him up a lot, like in the good way. So it's like the affirmation is I recognize the influence and the impact I have on him, and I will keep myself held accountable for my thoughts, my words, my actions going forward. So it's kind of like that.
Oh, I feel like you mentioned that before. I think you did mention talking about that before.
I love it.
Yeah. Wow. I should do more things like that. I need to start being more of a...
This was a for frenzy thing, and it was so accurate. Like, I love it. Like, it's not gonna be, I wouldn't think, like, not everybody has to do this. It's not, like, some big unlocked secret, but if you, definitely something you just want to peek at.
Yeah, it's helpful.
So far, it's been really accurate for me. So, like, I use this to prepare for the period ahead.
Oh, okay. I should do more, like, planning and looking ahead things. I really don't. I'm like a right now person despite being a Virgo, and I should plan more.
I've noticed, especially with Spike being a Virgo, like, he is the laziest Virgo I have ever known. He doesn't plan anything. He is not organized whatsoever. That's on me, but yeah, I'm a Virgo descendant. So it's like I have the traits of a Virgo, but it's like I'm not a Virgo.
What's a descendant? I feel like I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, you know what? We should write this down and do another astrology stream.
Yes, true. Because there's a lot of...
But in a nutshell... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, you should do an astrology class. But you'd have to... I know you said there's a lot.
I thought about it, but yeah, there is. That's just it. I don't know where to really start with that.
I have ideas.
And it's like, I'm still technically, like, a student. I'm still learning. Like, I'm just now learning more about, like, the Placidus system. Because I've only ever done so far, a lot of my knowledge is Western astrology or Hellenistic astrology with whole sign system. I am just now getting into Placidus. And it's like sidereal. I don't know if I said sidereal zodiac. The difference between sidereal and tropical zodiac. And it's just like, oh my god, it is so much. It is so much. And I was just talking to a friend about astrocartography. No.
What is astrocartography?
Oh god. Like, we need to side this for a freaking astrology stream because oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Astrocartography like stresses me out.
But I was gonna say, you know what you could do?
Ascendant and descendant?
No, that too, but I was just gonna say, let me write that down. Ascendant and descendant.
Yeah, in a nutshell, your ascendant is your rising sign. That's going to be the key traits of your personality. That's also going to be the first impressions that people get of you. Whereas your descendant is more traits you don't really show people. You kind of hide them from people. So it's like my ascendant is Pisces, so I present a lot as Pisces in my personality. But I have Virgo traits because I'm a big perfectionist. I don't like that about me, and so I try not to like show it if I can help it. But when it comes to stuff like this, like planning and organizing, like that's my flow. I just don't show people how much I stress myself out about it.
Is it the opposite sign of the ascendant?
Yeah, it's literally like your horizon line. It's like ascendant, and as at one side. So like your ascendant's gonna be on, what is your ascendant? Your
Oh,
Taurus.
yeah. So mine's
So
Scorpio.
go the exact opposite. It's literally at the end or other
I
end
have
of your
so
ascendant.
much in Scorpio. That's
That
fun.
tracks. That
Wow,
tracks.
thanks.
In a good way. Like Scorpios are so good though.
Uh-huh.
And also like I'm a water, like I'm water dominated. So like, hey.
Yeah, I got a lot of earth and water, I believe is what it is, yeah. Um, I feel like I was gonna say one more thing, but I don't remember. We've talked about so many topics, my brain's starting to spin, honestly.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just like, I had so many questions and my brain's squirreling so bad. I'm like, but yeah, okay. For an astrology class, I've got it. I found the nut.
You found the nut. Oh, you're using my metaphor now. Yay! I have influenced somebody to use the squirrel nut metaphor because it's such a good one. It really is, because it's all like I have squirrel brain, and you need to let the squirrel run around and find his nut of knowledge, and eventually he'll bring it to you. But you gotta give him time. Don't pressure him. Like he will find it. Just give him a minute.
I was gonna say, for an astrology lesson, you could teach like really basic things like how the fuck do you read your chart? Like the real beginner stuff that no one seems to know how to do.
Yeah, well, I offer mini natal charts, which is a very basic understanding of your chart, of like just basically just enough information to get you started, then you can go off and research yourself. Like that's what my mini reports are for.
I guess I was just
But
like,
if you really don't want to do all that, that's why I have full reports.
yeah. And also just like basics on the signs and ascendant and rising and things like that. You can do the easy stuff. But
Yeah,
I
that's
know
why I
like
said like the mini one is more about like this is a
no, but
basic
that's just for
understanding of
you
your.
though. I'm like you could go over all the signs in a class. Like
Oh,
yes,
okay. I get it.
yes.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
My
yeah. Like
squirrel is matching your squirrel now. I get it.
yeah, like how to do it. That's what I'm saying for classes, like more how to do it, what the other signs do, all that stuff. Houses, things like that.
I
Like
don't
you could
even
totally
think
do
we
that.
have squirrels. I think when we're both streaming together, they become hamsters. Like, I honestly think they become chaotic little hamsters, but eventually we get on the same wheel and we're fine and we're on the same speed. But every once in a while, someone will step out and just go around and around and around. And the other one just steps over them. And then eventually, like, have you ever seen those videos of the two hamsters that are running in the wheels, and eventually one falls behind and they just go around and around, but then they get back on track?
That image.
Have you ever seen those?
I don't know if I have, but I can imagine it perfectly. I know exactly what you mean.
Like, yeah, like we're like the hamsters in the wheel. Eventually we'll get back on the same stride and we'll be on the wheel and we'll be fine. But every once in a while that happens,
Yeah,
where
someone
like either
slips.
one of them or both of them are going.
Yeah.
Someone falls off the wheel. They get shot right out of the wheel. Out of the wheel, straight into the glass.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so we've covered our love spell things, yeah?
Yeah, I think we did a really good job covering everything with love spells, unless someone else has a question about them.
I don't think so, but let me see.
I was gonna say I didn't see anybody ask if any questions.
Yeah, we did. Did we talk about self-love spells now that I look about it? Like I think we
a little bit, yeah. We
just a
talked
little
about
bit.
like what it can help with, what you can use it for,
Glamour.
and then we talked about how I was doing one tomorrow.
Yes, okay. And it increases your confidence and things like that. Okay, yeah. Alright, well I guess we've covered that. Do we just like hang out for a little bit or should we end now?
I
know you have things to do.
I was gonna say, yeah, I still got I have a client report I need to finish tonight. I got some shop stuff I need to prepare for, and make sure I have everything to do the spell tomorrow, because I know I have the candle for it. I know I have the seashell for it. I think the only thing I didn't have for it was a vessel, because water is gonna be included with it. I think that's the only thing I didn't work out, because right now my option is a dog bowl. Like, that is my option right now, is a freaking dog bowl, and I don't want to do that.
Don't do that now. You don't have a bowl for it? That's it? Like a
Well,
specific.
I have it's what's heat safe because, fire safety.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's mostly what I have that will be safe to use as well as can be a vessel that'll hold water. Um I mean, I
Oh.
have something I can use and probably work out, but right now the only thing I'm working with is a dog bowl, and you're not gonna be able to see the seashell in it.
Oh.
Because if I use my normal plates, like what I normally show, like when I do the workings I on stream, like when I did. Oh wait a minute, you didn't make it to the winter solstice one.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mhm.
I don't. Did you see the one that I was doing on? No, you didn't see that one either.
I know I saw you burn a bay leaf for
It's basically
someone.
a it's basically a candle plate, like you would use as like a candle plate. Like it's kind of disc shaped
Yeah.
to put like pillar candles on. I
Mm-hmm.
use the like I have a very small one and then I have a really large one
Mm-hmm.
to do like bigger workings on. Like that's the one
Oh,
I
but it's not
mostly
enough for
use.
water. It's like
That's
not.
just it because
Yeah.
it's not gonna hold the water that I need.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to work with a lot of water. I can just put enough water in the seashell and that would probably be fine.
Maybe.
Um my
Mm-hmm.
other option is because I don't know if the seashell will fit, I'll have to test it.
Mm-hmm.
In the glass Pyrex bowl that I have. So I mean, if it'll fit in there, like that'll definitely work, and it's see-through,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not gonna, obscure anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, I might just have to go with just putting some water in the seashell, and we're not gonna have the floating, pretty rose petals I planned out, but it'll still work. It'll get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah. Valid. Um. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I should end stream or if I should actually work. So I'm like, I did draw something, kinda. But I know if I end stream, I'm not gonna do shit, basically. It's a sad truth.
I mean, you can go ahead and end this stream and then
Mhm.
set up an art stream.
You mean like end stream and then start again?
Yeah, like end this stream,
Mhm.
stop, like, and then I'll cut off the VOD, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
prepare or reorganize whatever on your end that you need for like art, and then boom, restream again.
Okay, I can do that, and then we can do our little goodbyes. Okay.
Okay, I finally found it. Like I was back and forth with, but I finally found it in my life path report.
Mhm.
One of the affirmations this year that was for me
Mhm.
was I create high spiritual and unattached love among those closest to me, and I learn to release attachments and fears.
Ooh. I like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I need
And then
affirmations.
yeah, like I said, I'll go grab the website for you.
Mhm.
And you can get yourself a life path report. Like I said, it's nice. Like even if it's just like a maybe this just isn't the thing for me. Like
Mhm.
I think it's really fun to pique your curiosity. Like I peeked into this, I loved it. I thought it was really accurate and cool,
Mhm.
and because it's funny because my birth card is the artist card.
The artist.
Mm-hmm.
The
Which is the 3 of spades.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused because my deck has a card named the artist, one of my decks. And I was like,
Ooh.
huh? Because it's like an extra arcana that they added in.
It basically begins with your birth card and like
Mhm.
what does it mean, and it breaks it down into what it is. And then you get your planetary ruling card,
Mhm.
and then year-long card. So what it'll be the theme for the year, or what is going to impact it the most.
God, I just want to do tarot.
Overall, just like the theme for this year for me was basically going to um
Mhm.
gaining different levels of experience, a new chapter in my relationships, both romantic and with like friendships and business,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
balancing work and home,
Mhm.
and basically the theme was also getting into like fate and destiny. Like so basically what I've been destined to do or what it was fated for me to do, where I'm gonna
Oh.
thrive with like basically like my quote unquote my soul's purpose will
Yeah.
be realized this year.
Ooh. Nice.
And one of the one of the summary of it was a year of learning to be responsible for work, health habits, lifestyle, relationships, and a year of keeping the peace and discovering special and meaningful purposes in life's work.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, if you guys want it, I'll give it to Nox and they can share it in the Discord.
Mhm. Mhm.
But definitely recommend it. I love this.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really cool. I am very interested.
And they do have ones for love, and even if you're single,
Mhm.
of how to call, like for the single one, it's how, like where you could find love or how to attract or call love into your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then for ones that were already in relationships, like what is the nature of your connection? Is it karmic? Is it fated? Is it like meant to be like soulmate? Is it a karmic lesson, karmic reward, like things like that?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say with soul contracts, I will say, because there is currently a controversy with those right now,
Mm-hmm.
some people took them and took it as like fact, like twin flame type fact. Like if you are with your person and it is not a good relationship, but yet the contract says that it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to listen to your gut and make sure you are actually looking at your relationship as real. Like, please don't let the soul contracts romanticize it, because
Yeah.
some people have twisted them into like, oh well, it's basically the contract that your soul made before you were born. So like you were meant to go through this. It's like, no, nobody was meant to go through trauma. That is bullshit right now.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I have a soul contract report
Mm-hmm.
with Spike, and I have the life path report.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just the way people are explaining what they are, that is not what they are.
I've heard soul contract in both ways, I guess. Like the word, and they mean like totally different concepts. Like your soul contract with a person versus the soul contract where it's like before you were born you made this contract, blah 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 blah. I think those are two different complete concepts. But they
Yeah,
use
like
the
I
same
said,
word
I
for
was
them.
mostly mentioning the one that's currently the controversy right now,
Oh, okay. Like
which
there's
is someone had presented
mm-hmm,
the soul contract to people
mm-hmm.
as this is an agreement between your soul and the other person's soul before you were
Ah,
born, like came to Earth.
mm-hmm.
So it's like if the soul contract report says like, oh yeah, you guys were true love, soulmate, twin flame, whatever word you want to use for that, of like you guys are the perfect match, but yet they are the most toxic mofo ever.
Please
You
leave.
need to trust your gut and you need to get out. Like
Yeah.
get out. I don't care what any
Any divination
freaking
or
piece of
anything
paper
says. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Get
don't care
out.
what it says. If that's just toxic, get out.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because nobody ever on this planet has ever agreed, because it is such a disgusting form of victim blaming. Nobody has ever agreed that before they were born, but while their soul was in the soul sphere,
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, I agree to being abused as a form of character development. Like, no! Absolutely not. We don't do that here. We do not subscribe to that.
Okay, valid. All right.
Alrighty, I'll let you go ahead and do your arts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably come in and watch you and lurk while I work.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I need to get my shit together, because it's like I still have, like, Ida hasn't been able to do my shadow work today, so I probably should do that after this. I have to finish inventory and send a commission to a client. So.
Ooh, and a commission.
Oh,
Damn.
crap, I got a report for another client.
Oh God.
It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of those nights. Help.
Good luck.
Yep.
You can do
Send me energy.
Yeah, I will.
This is a 3 matcha lattes and an espresso night.
Oh damn. You can do it.
You can do it.
All right.
Alrighty. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for streaming with me and chatting
Thank
about
you.
this.
We should do these more. We'll have to do a poll in our discords of like, if we do another collab stream, like what should we do it about? Because I think we did do like an astrology witchy one. Now we've done love spells, so it's like, what should we do next? So we should probably ask.
True, that's a good idea. I don't do those enough.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
We definitely need to work on the timing though.
Yes. We should think about it harder, yes.
But you want to know something? We kind of proved today though, because we put over 4 hours into our pre-session of like how the stream was gonna go, and it was still chaotic as shit. So it's like,
yes, and that was without anyone really interrupting.
Yeah, I was gonna say eventually we'll get our shit together, but we probably shouldn't be too confident. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a nice smooth stream, and it's gonna be totally focused and not
I had no hope for that. I'm sorry. I was like, these are just points for us to go back to when we don't know what to say. That's all these are. If we get through all of them, it'll be a miracle. But we did. We got through them all. It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I was actually proud of that. At least we got through everything that we did plan on.
Yes. Okay.
Alrighty. I will see you guys tomorrow on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What
we
time?
will do our 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
It is self-love spell going on. My shop launch. I will be launching my shop like on stream.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
live.
So at the same time, basically.
Yeah, so I will be launching it on stream with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing a self-love spell before the launch. And also I will start the stream out with a Q&A. So anything you want to ask me, whether it's witchcraft related, if you just want to get to know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
about any of the services I have, it's basically just an open like mic to just ask questions, just an open thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll roll into the spell, the shop launch, and then we'll even do readings. If depending on how long that'll probably take, I will be open to doing readings tomorrow.
Okay. Good. Nice. All right. We should go like work.
Yeah, we need to go work now.
Okay. It was fun hanging out. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
And I am going to end the stream, take a small break, and come back and then probably draw more because I really, really should, even though